Floto is currently being intercepted by the IDF. Yes, I literally saw that. That is absolutely so sad. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens there. There's been multiple people that have been going after the door, specifically trying to provide aid to people in Gaza. Grant, how old are you? Seems like he's not here. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Teacup.
Alrighty, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. People said 1.5 thousand. Let's try to get to 3,000, everybody, before the end of the stream. Let's try to get to 3,000. We're about 2.5 hours into the stream, meaning we have another hour and a half or so at least, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Oh, I'm a 73.
Oh, do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay, why so?
Well, I was supporting him, but I don't like what he's doing now. I think he's going. I'm a Marine and a cop, and retired at that with honors, and he's doing some stuff that could probably cause World War III. So right now, I'm in a neutral situation with him.
Okay, so if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
I would never vote for Kamala Harris. Never. I don't think she had her head on right.
I definitely think she did. But I'm asking you, would you vote for Donald Trump in that context?
I don't understand the question.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris with the level of knowledge that you have right now, who would you vote for?
I probably wouldn't vote for either one of them.
Wait, don't kick him.
Oh, sorry. I
really wanted to know what was it about Kamala Harris, because I think I knew, but I really wanted him to say it. It's all good. I knew you were gonna kick him because I knew he was gonna do that.
Yeah, it's muscle memory. I'm so sorry. If I had my I was hovering over his thing, so I actually couldn't even see
That's
that you
why
had
I
your
raised
hand
my
up
head, because
until-
I knew you were gonna yeet him.
And I was hovering over, the mute where it says like the mute and disconnect button, so I couldn't see you raising your hand because it was underneath the. Yeah, I didn't see it until I kicked him. That's so sad. I'm so sorry. All right, let's go on to the next person. Everybody, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Let's get the next person up here real quick, everybody.
Chat, we know, but I just wanted him to say it with his chest.
Yeah, Carolina, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker.
I should have known. Their name was Make America Great Again. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Faggot.
You're disgusting.
It's sad that that's a child.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we even doing?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
What's your birth year?
November 11th, 2004.
For sure. If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
I'd vote for Donald Trump because he's a big fat bitch.
Okay.
So you wouldn't vote for him? It sounds like you don't like him. And
Nah, that was my 2 cents.
Okay, what the fuck? So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Fuck you, pussy.
Are you mad? How old are you?
It's big feelings. Holy smokes.
You just said that and left.
Parker, why do you make them so mad?
I don't know. I haven't even done anything today. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, how you doing? I'm 23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay. Okay. Why so?
Well, I just came to ask a question to the guy in the red hat. You say you were all about due process, but you support illegal immigrants. Where's the due process in that?
Due process
You
is
said
if you
that
commit a crime.
Yeah. And wait, you said that I said I'm all about due process?
Yeah, I'm the last guy you did.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I was talking about due process in the context of the Constitution. Now, like I mean, honestly, you haven't asked my opinion on like border crossing and all this other stuff because I know I'm way more extreme than Parker. I don't believe in quote unquote borders. I don't think that you can be quote unquote illegal on stolen land. Oh, he's gone. Okay.
Oh, left immediately. Let's
Dang
go on
it.
to the
I
next
wanted to talk
individual.
about Turtle Island.
Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Rodney, thank you so much for the $20 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Rodney. Can we have W's for Rodney in the comment section right now? Thank you. W's for Rodney in the comment section right now. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Alrighty. Do give it a minute. Literally, though, Rodney, they never take that into account with the backlog. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, bro, no, sorry, I'm not MAGA. My bad.
Oh, you're good. Don't worry. Let's go on the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Again, everyone, we are just looking for some debates. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen, everyone. Again, it helps get it out to more people. Let's try to get to 3,000 likes for the 3,400 people here on YouTube. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, 31.
Do you support Donald Trump?
How to say it? I used to.
Okay. All right. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Rain, thank you so much for pushing the galaxy. Thank you. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up?
I
How old
love
are
you, Parker. I love you so much.
Appreciate you. We are just looking for some
Can I
debates,
get like
everybody.
half a second for a quick mod?
Go for it.
Guys, listen, if you're in the request, please make sure that you're adhering to the rules on the background. You need to be 18 years old or older. You need to be an American citizen, someone that currently supports Donald Trump, not someone that used to, but that does not now. Please, when you're in the request, please make sure that you meet all of the requirements. Please respect Parker's boundaries. We're just looking for some debates. If you don't actually meet those, please don't request up. We appreciate you, but we are looking for debates.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Please, everybody, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Parker.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
12.
So the next person, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's about? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed here on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2008.
What month? Or 2008? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yeah.
Osiris, thank you for the $5. Thank you, Osiris. Get some W's for Osiris in the comment section. Thank you.
Also, thank you, Osiris, for the $4.99 super chat. You're awesome. Awesome.
Yo, what's up, how old are you?
Yep.
Okay, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request. Again, if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen, we are just looking for some debates, everybody. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? Oh, okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay. Let's go to the next person. Again, everyone, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, let's go into the next person. Again, everyone, only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed here on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Phoebe, thank you for the $3. Thank you, Phoebe. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18,
What's your birth year?
2007,
What month?
September 1st.
And if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
I would vote for Donald Trump.
Okay, why so?
Well, I actually joined because I have a separate question. Is that okay or no?
Has to be related to the topic.
It's related to the government.
Has to be related to the topic.
Okay. Well, then that's all. I just wanted to see what your thoughts on were for 9/11. I think the government did it, and I wanted to see your opinion.
That's not related to the
person.
topic.
Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
26.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I'm open-minded, but currently, yes.
Okay. And what's your birth year?
July 27, 1999, baby.
Okay. If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Currently Trump, but like I said, I'm open-minded.
Okay, for sure. Why so?
Well, I would say you guys were talking about the border earlier. You know, I'm all for, like, I agree this is all stolen land and whatnot, but I would say FET is a big problem, if you know what I mean. I don't know what I can say on here, but that's 100,000 deaths a year, right? That's crazy.
Which was reducing under the Biden-Harris administration. We had specific conditions to be able to address that, and I think that that's something that's agreed upon on the Democratic side. I just think the big issue is when you extend that towards other types of substances, right? Especially because those don't have that same type of impact in terms of death.
True, but don't you think there should be more regulation rather than just an open border, like some sort of process?
We don't believe in open border, right? There should be regulations in the context of people who have committed violent crimes or bad crimes. If someone was held civilly liable of sexual abuse, we shouldn't allow them to legally immigrate to the country.
True, but you don't think at one point it was basically just an open free for all? I mean, I was seeing videos from my side, just people rushing in, just running. It looks scary. I was like, that's not good. Just mass crowds running in.
Go ahead, Santana.
Just really quick. Hey, how does most of the F drug normally get into the country?
Well, I was watching a thing with the FBI director the other day, and seems like it's got redirected now. So it's hard to manage, right? Now it is, at least. Obviously, they can't stop it from where it was.
But coming in what way?
Well, it was coming in from Mexico, but now it's coming
coming in legally. Legal means of actual distribution, and then it was rerouted for illegal means.
True.
So when you talk about the actual border, and you even talk about the F drug coming in, we do understand that there's F drug coming from different countries, but the majority of F drug is coming in legal means, and then people are misusing it and repurposing it. Park, I'm sorry, you can go ahead and go. I just wanted to add that point.
No, you're good. Don't worry.
I guess another one would be jobs. I heard that debate the other day. I just never got to speak on it. Would you say that this? Hold on, just wait for it, man. I said I'm biased.
So you're done with the border now, though? Wait, are you done with the border now? Just after that?
I mean, we could keep going, but I just want to be quick with other points, man.
Okay, you got it.
Okay, this is gonna be a good one. I assume you guys make your money off TikTok, right?
And YouTube.
someone kind of saved TikTok, man. I remember it got shut down. I deleted the app, and then someone came through and put a hold on it. A lot of jobs here on TikTok.
Okay. I would prefer TikTok being banned and Trump not being president.
True, but there's a lot of jobs here on TikTok, you don't think?
Sure.
Right
Who
on.
started the TikTok issue?
I would say that's under the Biden administration that
Wrong.
started it.
Nope, started
it was
under
under
Trump
Trump.
administration. He literally is the one. He started a fire. Now you're patting him on the back for putting it out after it's burned down half of the house.
True,
Yeah,
but like
and
all
if
other
Trump
things,
can
other
get a
people,
deal,
they change,
wouldn't the
change
same
his
thing
mind,
happen
I
under the
guess. Huh?
Biden-Harris administration? They also wanted a deal, didn't they?
My bad. Sorry, would you repeat that? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
The Harris administration will also want a deal. So I don't think that's unique to the Trump administration.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but it was when it came down to the final deal, though, it was on the hold up. And they put it back on the App Store, baby, because I deleted it, and then he came through and said a hold. He held the phone, baby, and it came back.
So he did that
And why haven't they
purposefully,
gotten a
so it
deal?
seemed like he was the one saving it. Like
It was
them put
literally
in there.
propaganda.
Yeah,
Yes.
it literally was like, we thank Donald J. Trump for bringing it back.
Yes.
Like, it's so cringe.
Okay. Now you guys give me a debate topic, man. Come on, I won't be the only one talking now.
So the big beautiful bill cut 420,000 children off of free school lunch and breakfast, 2.5 million people off of their access to food stamps. And that's on an every month basis, plus 10 million people off their health insurance. So would you like to address that? Why do you support that?
I will address a certain point of healthcare. I'm unsure about that one right there, but I will say, from again the border thing, I heard there was a bill passed that California got $8 billion to cover free healthcare for illegals coming there. So that covered
undocumented
doctors.
immigrants did not get health care.
Look it up. I
What?
looked it up the other day. That's a true thing. Search it up.
No, you're talking about
$8 billion went to
you're
California
talking
in
about asylum
2024.
seekers. You're talking about asylum seekers.
But it was free. They could go anywhere, and it was covered under taxes. Your tax dollars,
Do you
$8
know what
billion
an asylum
went to
seeker is?
Asylum
California.
is a legal immigration process.
Yeah, but man, that's a lot of money for someone that you and I don't even get free healthcare. We want to go somewhere, do we?
Wait, they didn't get free health care. And also, by the way, there are particular laws that make it so they can't work for a particular time period. So they're getting access to things that they cannot work for at that particular time period.
Okay.
Also, I would really like to know, do you know what an asylum seeker is?
I'm gonna be honest. No, I'm here to learn too, man. Like I said, I wouldn't say I'm right or left. I just lean one way more than the other currently.
Asylum seekers are people that are fleeing their home country because of credible threats to their lives. So literally, they're in jeopardy of losing their lives. That's why they have to leave their country.
Yeah, but 10 million came in. How can they keep track of that? You know what I mean?
Not all undocumented immigrants are asylum seekers. Asylum is a legal means, like Parker said, of entering the country. And if you're an asylum seeker, then you're accounted for, but also two, you're offered certain protections.
So this is just a theoretical question. So if I went to California and I came in, I was an asylum seeker, what is the process of me proving that?
You have to go to a port of entry and go.
No, not that. Let's say I got in here illegally and I am there. What are they going to ask me to prove that I didn't just come from anywhere and I didn't have a problem at my home country?
Yeah, you have to actually go through a legal port of entry, right? You have up to 365 days to verify and claim asylum. Once you actually claim asylum, they actually intake you and document whether you have a credible claim or not. Once they determine if you have a credible claim or not, then they set you up with an appointment to see an immigration judge. So it's a process.
So not just anyone could go to the doctor. They wouldn't put you through nothing if you know what I mean?
Doctor.
Well, that's what my point is. Like, it sounds like to me from what I've reading from the media, like you could just go to the doctor and boom, you're
Anyone
in.
can go to the ER, and it doesn't matter if you are undocumented or not, or have insurance or not.
Well, that's a
Anyone
big problem to me, man. That's free for them. For me, that's $2,000 out of pocket, even with insurance.
No, you understand that anyone, whether you have insurance or not, you cannot be refused emergency services. Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, but it still can garnish wages and come back to you eventually in life.
Yeah.
For them, they can't because they're not there's no like proof that they're even here.
Well, if you're referring to undocumented immigrants are less likely to seek medical attention unless it's a real emergency, because again, they're always in constant threat of being deported. If we actually gave them legal means, gave them amnesty, and gave them the ability to become proper United States citizens, because they're already productive United States citizens, then we wouldn't have to worry about taking on quote unquote burdens of their medical debt. Now they're contributing such a high clip of as far as taxes, they should be given some type of assurances and have access to be able to seek medical care without fear of, being deported. It's like, this is a game that they're playing.
Okay. Man, to be honest, I hate to see the both sides fight so much, because I think it ultimately goes nowhere. You know what I mean? It's good to have
Who
mature
causes that
debates
fighting?
like
It's
this.
Trump. It's Trump that causes the fighting, though. You have to acknowledge that.
This is also a proven thing. It's actually bots from other countries that are pushing narratives as well. It's literally proven that other countries fund them. So
Back Trump.
You got to be. And when you click half of these profiles on the media, you could tell that that's probably a bot account. It's pretty crazy out here, and I think it takes
a lot of time. Right wingers are the ones that believe those bots. They get caught up by the misinformation and disinformation. They don't fact check, and they just believe what they see. That's why they see something on Facebook or Twitter.
No, you're not
and then they take
understanding.
it as gospel.
You're not getting what I'm saying, though. It's literally just trying to make us fight, whether you're right or wrong. It's just trying to separate us further. You know what I mean? As a country as a whole. So I just want, I'm glad you guys have a respectful conversation with me. I appreciate it. I don't know too much on the topics. I just like to, put in my 2 cents, and that's just where I'm at. Man, I'm out here in Kansas. It was a red state.
Hey, question for you.
Go ahead.
Can you name one thing that not only Donald Trump, but the Republican Party has done within the last 60 years, one piece of legislation the Republican Party has passed in the last 60 years that overwhelmingly benefits everyday Americans?
I'm going to be honest, probably not, but I couldn't name either side of all that. No. I'm just letting you know what I've just made. The 2 points I had up is just what I see in the media and what everyone's seeing in the media. Everyone sees different media is my point. So like someone's For You page or media that they see is going to be different based upon their For You page.
The point that I'm trying to make is that the Republican Party as a whole, because you said that you're in Kansas and it's a red state, but like the Republican Party as a whole has not been a party of, obviously not a party of progression, but someone that actually does things that benefits everyday Americans. Now they have had rare moments where, we are in crisis and they responded with like Project Warp Speed, or even the kind of one-off with the Genius Act or whatever, and but that's very few and far in between. But overwhelmingly, they don't do anything to benefit everyday Americans. And even if you could take a look at this current government shutdown, Mike Johnson went on the record saying that this could be a good thing that the government is shut down if Donald Trump cuts some of those programs, jobs, and actual entities around the federal government that we actually need. Mike Johnson is saying that in this time of government shutdown, we should use that to fire people who keep our country running. So maybe you just want to take a step back and not only reevaluate why you're voting or supporting Donald Trump, but why would you ever vote for or support the Republican Party? Because they're not doing anything for you or people like you.
True, but it also isn't easy for either side. Like for a border crisis as a whole, it's not easy for either side to make a decision. You know what I mean? And that's with like everything. This isn't an easy topic for anything we're talking about, man. It's like either way, it's a lose-lose scenario for a lot of this. You know what I mean? There's no winners at the end of the day. Someone's always going to be unhappy. It's just how it works, man. That's what makes America. We all have our own opinions, and to each their own.
Why hasn't the Republican Party or Donald Trump put up any credible border legislation yet?
Why hasn't he? What do you mean?
Why haven't they tried to pass any type of border legislation? Donald Trump specifically got his surrogates to shoot down the bipartisan border bill that was getting ready to pass under Joe Biden. And his premise was once he gets into office, they're going to pass a better border bill that is, head and shoulders above what could be passed with the Langford bill. But ever since Donald Trump has been in office, he is focused on Greenland, and he's focused on Putin, and he's focused on tariffs. He's focused on everything except the actual border. Even with the money that he's dumped into ICE, he still has not actually had anyone bring a credible border bill to the floor for him to try to sign into law. So
maybe it's just not ready yet. I guess it
Trump,
takes time, my man. It takes time. But we could do the tariffs too. Also, that's another thing, man. Isn't it good to get the jobs back in America?
Well, Trump doesn't do that. Real manufacturing investment has declined since Trump got in office. The jobs report was so bad that he fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics because he said it was politically biased information. And then the person that he put into the office to be able to be in a better position for not doing politically biased information indicated even less jobs for the next month. We're on 7 to 10 times less jobs than we were under the
For the
Harris
month, but we're
administration
looking
for each month.
We're looking for the future though, and eventually it will bring things to open up here. Like right now, there's battery plants opening up all over the place here right now. That's big
But
time.
investment has declined.
Investment into what? Batteries?
Manufacturing investment into the country, accounting for inflation, has declined.
Interesting. Well, that's it for me, man. You know, but I appreciate you guys debate with me. You know, have a good one.
Okay, for sure. Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, tap that screen. Wombly, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. It's actually in the pinned comment on my YouTube here or in the description of my YouTube. Just click on my link tree and then scroll down to my source. It will say sources. Alrighty, let's go to the next person, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen.
Phobia Forfeit, thank you so much for the 3. Also, Jonna, thank you for the 10 super chat. And Rainey, thank you for the 2 super chat. Boundaries do matter.
Based. Michael with the $50 on PayPal. Create some W's for Michael in the comment section right now. Thank you so much, Michael. W's for Michael in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Nathan with the $10. Thank you so much. Rebecca with the $25. And Julia, thank you so much for the $10. W's for Rebecca, Julia, Nathan, and Michael. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Every single one of y'all. Thank you. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
If you could go back in time and you could vote for either Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
I would have voted for Donald Trump.
What's your birth year?
So I'm enlisted into the Army right now.
What's your birth year?
My birth year?
Mm-hmm.
March 2007.
For sure. Okay. Why do you support Trump?
So I'm enlisted into the Army right now, and I honestly believe, and you could also acknowledge me, but that his view and his picture for the military, and also just Republicans being known as funding the military more, I think that going with that side is better for the military and better for me personally as someone who is going into the military.
But he should run against John McCain, who has been, you know, in my opinion, not so hot. And I supported him. I supported him for president. I raised $1 million for him. It's a lot of money. I supported him. He lost. He let us down. But, you know, he lost. So I never liked him as much after that because I don't like losers. But Frank, let me get to it. He hit
Are you
me.
playing this for me?
He's
I'm
not
kind of
a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
Do you
He's a
agree
war
with
hero.
that?
He's a war hero because he was captured, okay? You can have, and I believe perhaps he's a war hero, but right now he said some very bad things about a lot of people.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I was asking you. I wasn't asking a video you pulled up.
Yeah, I mean, you were talking about how he's like good for our military. I just played a clip of him saying that John McCain's
Right,
not a
so,
war
like,
hero
one
because he was
clip.
captured, and then I can also
So,
point
like,
to the
one
fact that he
clip.
said I was just getting your thoughts on it. I can give you other examples.
Yeah, go for it, bro.
He said that veterans are suckers and losers. He's cut the VA.
So where are you getting your facts from? You have so much facts. Where are all these coming from, man? Like CNN or something? Like,
no, none of those were from CNN. This was from C-SPAN.
Right, so-
that clip of Trump saying that.
but just in general, where
Him
do you get all
saying-
your facts? Bro?
him saying
how are
that-
they 100% factual? Credible sources.
So it was from the quote of him saying that veterans are suckers and losers comes from a top military general and his first admin,
Okay, what was his name?
General Milley, I'm pretty sure.
Yep. It was
General
General
and-
Milley. Yeah, that's correct. He went on record and said that Donald Trump said that, that was firsthand information. Was he a 4-star, 5-star general? Very respected, very decorated.
General Miller's 5-star.
Yeah, 5-star.
Yeah.
So, okay. Wait, sorry. Continue. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah. Would you like to address that?
Address what? The video?
No, address any of those claims I just made about Donald Trump, about how he's cut VA, how he specifically said veterans are suckers and losers.
So
He
you're
said
saying
John
that he's
McCain
cut
was not a
all
war
of you
hero.
completely? Is that what you're saying, or
What?
are you saying he cut all of VA, everything?
No, he cut aspects of the VA.
Can you? Okay, can you
Massive
elaborate more on
cuts
that?
to-
Like what
massive
aspect?
cuts to the VA,
Yeah,
reducing their staff. Yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Okay, so reducing staff. So like just like all companies, we have to reduce staff sometimes if someone's not working properly. What do you mean by reducing staff? He's just firing them to fire them, or
Yeah, he was just firing them to
Yes.
fire them, not because they're not doing their job, but he cut medical staff. Medical staff.
Mhm.
And under the Biden-Harris administration, there was actually increase in emergency medical staff.
okay? So you're saying that he just fired them to fuck all. He just fired them,
Yes.
Essentially.
no reason. And where are you getting this from? Where's that from? How do you know that?
I got you.
While Parker grabs that information, quick question: Who gave the military the largest pay increase? Was it under Trump, Biden, or Obama? In your teacup, I can't hear you if you teacup. It's my British accent. I'm really bad at doing.
It's from
impressions.
Reuters. It says U.S. plans to fire 80,000 Veterans Affairs workers are part of Trump's cuts.
Are you sorry, I'm going to his question first. Can you repeat that again? Sorry, I already forgot.
Yeah, the title is U.S. plans to fire 80,000 Veteran Affairs workers as a part of Trump's cuts.
And where's that from?
That's from Reuters.
.com or .gov or what is that? I've never heard
.com,
of this website.
Reuters.com.
Never heard of Reuters?
Yeah, it's independent media.
Independent media, so it's not bias.
No, it's not bias. Well, obviously every person has bias, but it's reduction in bias.
Exactly. So unless it's
if you check all
It's not a
sides,
partisan source.
which is exactly, you can look at all sides. It gives rankings of media sources, and it tells where they lean their biases. And Reuters literally falls censor, so it's a credible source.
So in my opinion, unless it's a .gov or a 100% governmental credible source, you really can't believe that stuff, man. Like you can't just believe a .com that someone wrote. You have no clue.
No one is saying that you should just believe a .com, but there are ways of vetting actual sources. And again, there's investigative journalists. There are people that actually cite sources, documents, and show proof, and that is the burden of measure. Now, again, you can understand that there are different companies that have leanings or biases or whatever. But there are things like All Sides or Ground News that actually verify that information and expose the different biases and then give the contrarian point of view, and then also like a center point of view if that's not it. So like literally Reuters is a credible point of view, and for you to just say, oh, because it's a .com, it's not acceptable, that speaks to the fact that you don't know how to actually research.
No, I 100% do know how to research. I research all the time. I mean, in college, I research. Like, you're kind of taught how to do that throughout your life. But in my personal opinion, I just don't think that's a super credible source.
You don't really know what Reuters is, bro.
What?
You didn't even know what Reuters was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Who
Reuters
created
is
it, bro?
credible. What? Reuters is one of the most credible sources.
Yeah, maybe for a liberal.
Bro didn't even know what Reuters was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah,
I just looked it up.
Yeah, you looked it up. That was a
Just
credible
like, just
source.
like you guys look up all these questions you have in front of you. I'm
Wait,
able
I'm
to look
sorry.
shit up too.
What do you think more credible media sources are?
More.
What do you think are more credible media sources? By the way, you just
.gov. I like looking at like actual government documents and government media.
well,
not CNN or Fox or all these.
So
bias for both. No,
most media sources aren't .gov websites, and most websites in general are not .gov. Do you accept AP News?
I don't trust the media.
Do you accept
at
AP
all.
News? Because they got this from Veterans Affairs internal memos.
I accept whatever I look into, and I don't really pay attention to media. I think media is corrupt either way. It can go for Republican or
Okay,
Democrat.
so he's just gonna. So his response to this is just to say that the media is fake. So you realize that this isn't an actual response to anything I've said. I've given you a source, and you've just.
Dude,
said that
I'm
you
pretty
don't wanna
sure
accept
if
any
you
of the
don't,
media.
if you don't think that media is biased, I think you're kind of retarded, bro. Like
Oh,
media
don't
is
use
biased.
slurs. Fuck you. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates.
And
Let's go on to
for
the next
people
person.
listening, There are ways to actually vet sources. You should absolutely vet sources, and not all .gov sources are credible sources, and not all .com sources are non-credible sources. You need to actually look at it and verify the information.
Exactly. Like the whitehouse.gov website is a partisan source from the administration that's in power. That's not a reliable source for specific information.
Also, if you hear anyone cite CNN or Fox News, immediately disregard what they're saying.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Okay, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that subject criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. We have about 50 more minutes left on the stream, everyone. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat.
Elise, thank you for the 5. You're awesome.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker. I'm 51.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I would say yes, but let's put it like this. I got a question for you before we get started, if you don't mind.
Before you do, if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
If those were my choices, it would be Trump.
For sure. Can I say thank you to some people real quick? Genevieve, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $7. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, the government shutdown has already been in place. And it is the case that, pay is not going out until people go back. If they do, of course. If
they've been furloughed, but Trump is threatened to fire 1.2 million people.
Rebecca, thank you so much for the $25. Thank you so much again. Thank you. Or Tristan, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Julia, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you. Phoebe, thank you so much for the $2. Kenneth, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you. As a journalist, Reuters is the most unbiased source you could possibly have. They have reporters all over the world on the ground reporting. Literally, though. Nathan, thank you so much for the 10. Absolutely. Okay, so why do you support Donald Trump? Or actually, yeah, so if you could go back in time, you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, or you would say you would vote for Donald Trump, so why so?
Again, I got a question for you before we get started, if you don't mind. I don't know how I came across this, and I apologize, I'm not feeling very well, so my voice is a little bit hoarse, but I've seen you before debating Charlie Kirk, and seemed like a pretty smart guy, but I'm just kind of curious what your feelings are, what your perspective is of what happened.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily speaking to the background of Donald Trump, and we appreciate your question.
I
we really
like
to
stick to doing that. I'm just curious because when I saw Parker,
I think that Parker and other creators have talked about Charlie Kirk a lot and also expressed our feelings. And I think at this point, I mean, the best thing to do is move forward and try to continue to focus on what's in front of us, what's important, try to get these debates out, try to focus on the government shutdown and also what's coming as far as the 2026 election. So, I would just say, let's move forward. If you don't mind,
let me just say this then. Is it fair to say, because I didn't see what you had to say about it, Parker, but is it fair to say that you obviously don't approve of that? You don't approve of people celebrating his death?
He has a statement as well that you can go look at on his page.
You can go check it out. Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this. You talk about Trump a lot here, and I'll get into things that I like about him, things I don't like. But name a couple things that you don't like that the Democrats have done in the last 10, 15 years.
Can I name some things I don't like of Democrats? I don't like.
Well, I'll give you an idea where I'm going with this. So I was a Democrat up until Obama got done with his term. I voted for Trump 3 times. I didn't vote for Hillary or Biden because I didn't feel that they were actually elected. I thought they were chosen. And that, you look back, and that's, I believe, to be proven.
Now they were elected. We voted for the Biden-Harris ticket, so Harris stepped up when Biden stepped down.
And Biden may not have won if had all the candidates not dropped out right before Iowa.
You're talking about the 2020.
I'm talking about primaries.
That's the 2020 election, though.
Right, but would he have been elected if they wouldn't have dropped out? I don't think he would have had enough. I think Bernie would have probably taken it.
I mean, I would prefer it to have been Bernie, but we can acknowledge that he did win because they did drop out and coalesce behind him.
Also, do you understand why they were pretty much forced to?
Yeah, because they were given cabinet positions.
No. It's because the overwhelming support that he received in South Carolina, which fun fact, I'm from South Carolina, and I did not vote for Joe Biden in the primaries, but South Carolina voted at such a high clip to support Joe Biden that the other candidates didn't see a credible pathway to victory if other states were going to vote similar. So they thought it was smarter to drop out early and try to get a cabinet position versus trying to challenge him.
Let's face facts, though. Obama asked them to step down in order to get Biden elected.
Do you have any facts to prove that?
To me, it's pretty.
Okay, but do you have any facts to prove that?
I don't have any facts right now. No.
Okay, so let's not face facts. Let's face your fifis. I mean, we can face
Do you believe that the
opinions,
Democratic
but that's
Party
not a
screwed
fact.
Bernie?
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You were telling us more about it.
Do you believe that the
Can we
Democratic
actually
Party
go
screwed
to like
Bernie
why you
back in
support Trump? Because like this isn't like a reason why you support Trump.
No, I just want some of your views. What I'd like to get from you is things that you don't like that the Democrats do. Again, I was a Democrat.
I mean,
up
I can
until-
talk about them, but what's the point of this? I mean, I've already addressed these things, and I can keep
Well,
addressing them.
the point is that you guys think the Democrats are the answer, and I can tell you that I haven't been a Democrat for about 15 years now, and the primary reason is because they never did anything for us.
So we think that there are other alternatives than
shit.
the Republicans, and that's just not true. They absolutely have done things. The ACA specifically protecting people who have pre-existing health conditions, right? In terms of being able to get access to health insurance, that's something that they've done, right? We can point to the policies in terms of providing broader access to health insurance through Medicaid, food stamps, right?
Ask people what they think of their health insurance. I mean, clearly our system is broken when it comes to health insurance.
And that's not because of the systems that have provided them broader access to health insurance. It's because of the system that doesn't provide them enough access or adequate access to it. So expanding access to it would be better, right? I agree that our current system does not go far enough, but this is better than not protecting it.
I'm for universal health care, but that's my point, is the Democrats had the opportunity to do so and they never did.
That's just not true.
Wait,
Yeah,
real quick,
Obama
how many
could've
people are
pushed it.
gonna
He
how many
wasn't
people are
single
gonna
payer.
lose access to health care due to the BBB passing?
Excuse me, repeat the question.
How many people are gonna lose access to the health care due to the big beautiful bill passing?
Oh, I don't agree with that whatsoever.
Sure, but how many people are gonna lose access to health care?
I don't know. I don't know the numbers offhand.
Over 10 million. And also, there's about 7 million that's going to lose access to healthcare for the ACA. So about 17 million people are going to lose access to healthcare because of the policies that the Republican Party is passing. So you can talk about what the Democratic Party did not do, but also you have to think about what the Republican Party did do, which is vastly more harmful than with anything that you can say the Democratic Party has done.
So what is the Democrats giving us as an alternative to fix the current state of healthcare?
They've provided multi-payer and single-payer systems that they've talked about expanding access to the ACA. What's Donald Trump's healthcare plan?
Oh, he doesn't have one. That's again, you're not going to debate me on that.
He has concepts of one. We got to give him credit for the concepts.
So then why are you saying that Democrats don't do anything and don't have policies when they do have a policy and Donald Trump doesn't have one?
They only have it when it's convenient. I don't see them.
Had one the whole time.
I'll give you an example. Ocasio could have fought back when they elected Pelosi. When they put her up, she could have taken a step back and said, "Okay, well, I want this in order to vote for Pelosi to be."
She did do that.
She didn't.
She literally did.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, then you just need to do Sorry, my audio cut out. You just need to do the research then.
Okay, I can do that, but I don't believe that to be true, but I'll do the research. But again, my point is Democrats are, whenever it's convenient, they want to talk about something, but once they get elected, then they don't seem to do it. And it's always a back and forth. Quite frankly, I'd rather we just eliminate parties altogether.
Okay, so again, let's address this even further. So can you tell me like policies that Donald Trump has provided that Democrats wouldn't provide that is a reason to support Donald Trump over the Democrats?
The border's number one.
Okay, what border policy? The undermining the bipartisan border bill that they did have?
He did pass a policy, but he did write an
They had a
executive order.
bipartisan border
How many
bill.
people coming?
Wait, so why did Trump undermine the bipartisan border bill?
Because he's trying to position himself. I'm not stupid.
Oh, okay. So he didn't care about policies getting passed and he cared more about getting elected. And have they passed a policy like that since he got in office?
They haven't, but plain and simple
Okay.
fact is the executive order accomplished what he wanted to do.
What
didn't
did the executive order do?
it? People aren't coming over the border anymore, are they?
Is it because of the executive order?
Well, what do you think it's about?
It's not the executive order.
So what is it?
Maybe okay. So are you assuming and you're putting all your eggs in the basket that is the executive order? Or have you looked into this, or did you just accept the executive order?
So you educate me and tell me what it is.
No, I just need to know before I start speaking.
I believe it's executive order.
Okay. So no, the executive order is not the reason why more people have stopped coming across the border or stopped coming into the country. It's literally party is a party of cruelty. They have people Fourth, Fifth, Sixth Amendment right. They've literally done the most heinous things when it comes to trying to track down and prosecute undocumented immigrants, which has landed the United States on human rights watch list, and it has also impacted our travel industry. The tourism industry is taking a massive hit as well. So it's not an issue of, oh, people just aren't undocumented immigrants aren't just quote unquote crossing the border illegally. People aren't coming into the US period because other countries are saying don't travel to the United States, and people aren't coming here.
Okay, so what's so bad about that?
We need people. We need people. Whether we need people to come here and live.
Ooh, just one thing.
What policy?
We're
did he
not.
pass
We're
that
actually doing it to a
positively-
lesser extent. They got rid of particular types
Exactly.
of
Oh, I don't
like
think they're going
food
far
safety
enough. I agree
programs.
with that, but
No, they've got rid
but
of
it's the
food
first time
safety
anybody's
programs
talked about it.
like in restrictions.
But again, it's the first time. Who talked about it before? RFK.
Michelle Obama.
But just talking about it is
Michelle
not.
Obama.
Yeah, just talking about it is not passing policy that's actually going to make our country healthier. Trump's policies have made our country less healthy and reducing access to food, right, and reducing access to health insurance. Right, those are making us less healthy. You understand that, right?
Mm-hmm. And also, Michelle Obama tried to put vegetables in schools and take away snacks and junk food, and you all lost your minds. Like Republicans lost their minds when Michelle Obama said that maybe kids should have a salad.
Literally.
Like that.
Well, I don't think we have a food problem. I think we have a health problem, and we have also a diet problem in this country.
Yeah, so why would you
Health
want to
is
make
related
health
to
worse
food
by reducing access to health insurance and food?
genetics.
I don't. I told you I want a universal health care. I think
Okay,
people should be
but that's
treated
antithetical
for-
to Donald Trump's policies. You're closer to those
Exactly.
policies if
Your
you
vote doesn't
support
say that.
Democrats.
Again, I'm independent. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Democrat. I don't think black and white. It's
You're
always
Republican,
changing.
bro. You triple Trump. You're Republican. You're a MAGA. You triple Trump. You're MAGA.
Oh, you can call me MAGA. I don't care. But the simple
Yeah,
fact is,
so-
I wasn't given a good choice.
You
I mean,
were.
You think Trump is
Kamala
corrupt?
Harris
I
is a
think Hillary.
significantly better. Kamala Harris is a significantly better choice than Donald Trump.
Let me ask you, how did Hillary and Bill get so damn rich?
Why do you just
What does that
randomly
have to
pivot?
do with the last
What
election?
type of pivot is
Exactly.
No, you asked me why I voted Trump 3 times.
What
and I'm
type of
telling you
pivot is
my
that?
choices sucked. My
that?
choices
We were
sucked.
talking about Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump. So why do you specifically like Donald Trump over
Okay,
Kamala
well,
Harris?
Give me a policy that Kamala Harris represented, and that's why you voted for her.
Well, we already were talking about things you didn't have anything, but $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18. When implemented in 2021 through the American Rescue Plan, it reduced childhood poverty by 45% when implemented.
Sorry, repeat those slower. I'd like to go faster.
An increase to the child tax credit, $6,000 for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old,
Take a step back. Didn't Trump-
$3,000. Can you listen? You told me to restate it, and you're not going to even listen. You're going to cut me off.
Go ahead.
$6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life, $3,600 through them being 5 years old, $3,000 through them being 18, and when implemented in 2021 through the American Rescue Plan, it reduced childhood poverty by 45% when implemented through that 1 year through COVID emergency policy.
Okay.
Also, you're saying Parker's talking a little fast, but if you listen a little faster, he ain't got to slow down for you to catch up. Snitch. Anyway, go ahead.
So, and I don't necessarily disagree with any of those policies. I do question how we're going to pay for it, but I don't think those are necessarily bad. I think there's plenty of families that could use
If you ask how we're going to pay for it, well, we're going to increase taxes on income over $400,000 a year. In Kamala Harris's campaign plans, according to the Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget, a nonpartisan committee from the federal government, would cost $4 trillion less in debt-related spending comparative to Trump over the next 10 years.
So you talk about taxes. Why don't we just reform the tax law so that there isn't so many loopholes? Why don't we just have a flat tax?
I agree. No, flat tax does not get around the loopholes, right? We can get rid of loopholes without getting rid of a flat tax or imposing a flat tax.
And Kamala Harris wanted to address the loophole.
Yeah, she was trying to address loopholes. Democrats are the ones that talk about the loopholes and wanting to address them, whereas Republicans are the ones that want to impose more loopholes so that they can give their rich friends bigger tax breaks.
Oh, I agree. They should all be paying more taxes, but I just don't think Kamala.
Again, you agree with Democratic policy, and you can't even give a reason why you don't like Kamala Harris.
I just didn't think she was that smart, and I didn't think that she was.
Really, you think? Wait, do you think that Donald Trump was smarter than Kamala Harris?
Donald Trump, I don't know if smart would be the word I would use with Donald Trump.
But why is the word you use with Kamala Harris then?
Yeah, literally.
Just because any interviews I ever saw of her, I didn't think she was genuine, and I didn't think she was smart.
Wait. What makes you think that she was not smart? And also, Donald Trump is not. Do you agree that Donald Trump is? Wait, do you agree that she's smarter than Donald Trump?
I don't know.
A dolphin fetus is smarter than Trump.
Yeah, so Donald Trump said the climate's going to start cooling and science just doesn't know it yet. He said that windmills are causing whales to die in numbers never seen before. He said that if Jesus were the vote counter in California, that he would have won. Do you really think that he's smarter? Or is he even comparable?
I think that's like choosing between a butter knife and a regular sharp knife. I mean, it's just, there's not a good choice in either one of them.
That's not true. You literally, I mean, you engaging in the questioning of this black woman's intelligence is just literally a long.
It has nothing to do with race.
Yeah, it's a stigma that has followed black people as far as them being less intelligent than their peers while overachieving. Kamala Harris not only has multiple degrees and a long history in legislation and has worked for or work under every branch of government. But she is someone who literally had plans on plans and actual prepared documentation for how she wanted to get those things done. It's not that she wasn't smart, it's that you weren't smart enough to actually realize what she was saying.
Okay, first off, I don't care about her race. I don't care about her gender.
Sure,
I really don't. I voted for Obama twice.
Okay.
Do you think race really matters to me?
And do you know what intersectionality is?
Do I know it? No, please explain.
I'm not. Do you know what misogynoir is?
Well, you apparently do, so explain.
I'm not going to explain that either. Look both of those up in your free time. Anyway, keep going.
So you think I'm racist and I'm sexist?
I think you have biases.
Of course. And that's what my government has given me.
Yes. And so you thought that the white orange man, I don't know. Anyway, you thought the less appropriate, less educated, less government oriented person was better than the career congressperson.
Let's make facts. Kamala kind of slept her way into
Kamala. No, what evidence do you have that Kamala Harris quote unquote slept her way to the top?
That's misogynoir. Again, you need to look that up. You
don't
need to
believe
look
that she
that
did
up.
that?
No, you need.
Give us evidence.
Donald Trump Donald Trump cheated on his first wife with the second wife with his third wife with his with the corn star. And literally, Donald Trump has 26 credible accounts of SA. Donald Trump was adjudicated for rape. Donald Trump actually has, in the divorce decree of his first wife, she listed that he raped her and pulled out her hair, and then the day after said, "Oh, did it hurt?" Donald Trump has been misogynistic and sexist in every single way. And for you to actually call Kamala Harris' sex life into question while she has been elected to multiple positions and Donald Trump literally is a Nepo baby, like, it's mind-blowing.
It's funny when you say she was elected to multiple positions, but she wasn't elected to run for president.
She was elected for multiple positions. She absolutely was
chosen.
elected.
She wasn't
No,
No,
elected.
what you don't understand is that 80% of the Democratic Party was satisfied with her being the nominee. Plus, we're not taking into
Oh,
account
the
is that
Democratic Party.
listen.
Yeah, the DNC,
When we voted
sure.
when we voted in the primary, we voted for the Biden-Harris ticket. That means if Biden steps down, Harris steps up. I'm sorry that you didn't pay attention in history class in 6th grade, but that's how the context of vice presidency and presidency works.
Yep.
She still wasn't elected. She was chosen.
Well, yes, she was. Biden-Harris ticket was elected, meaning that she was elected. The vice president steps up when the president steps down. Again, you should have paid attention in history classes in 6th grade.
Also, really quick, you said you used to be a Democrat. How does the Democratic primary work? How does someone get chosen as the Democratic nominee?
Well, the last 20 years, it's basically been chosen by the DNC.
Yeah, I don't care about all that. How does the process
You
work?
don't. You guys are
because you're pontificating. You're talking about the fifis and your tum tum. I don't care what you think or what you feel. I want to know how the process works.
We supposedly vote in a primary for the candidates that are running.
You're wrong.
But here's the issue with the process.
You're wrong. You're
Oh,
wrong.
well, how is it chosen?
The Democratic, first and foremost, the Democratic primary, the DNC and the RNC get to actually dictate how they choose their candidates, but you don't vote directly for the candidate. You actually vote for delegates, and then the delegates actually pledge their votes to a specific candidate. So what happened was Kamala Harris and Joe Biden were on the ticket together, and the delegates were actually committed to Joe Biden, and then Joe Biden actually dropped out, and Joe Biden released his delegates, and then the delegates automatically said, "Hey, Kamala, you know what? We can shift over to you because you were on the ticket." And Kamala Harris said no. She literally said no. She said she wants to earn it, and so there was an open primary where anyone could have challenged her. And people looked around and realized they only had 107 days. They realized that there was over $100 million that was dedicated to the Biden-Harris war chest that only Joe Biden and Kamala Harris could access. So they would have to start from ground up as far as fundraising. And they all said, no, thank you. And that's why Kamala Harris did not receive the nomination until she got to the DNC when they did the roll call. And when the roll call happened, the delegates pledged their vote to Kamala Harris. So Kamala Harris got all the votes, literally all the votes.
Let me ask you a question. Do you believe that
hey, no, just address what I said just now. Can you admit that she did get votes and you were wrong?
I think you proved my point a little bit in the fact that it's chosen by the DNC. It's not chosen by the people.
Holy smokes.
The same thing happens in the RNC. Lisa, thank you so much. You're amazing. Same thing happens in the RNC. Oh, don't want to acknowledge that one.
Which particular time are you talking?
I'm talking about in the RNC. That's the nomination of candidates in the different parties.
Okay, well, give me. You like to say it.
How do you think that Donald Trump was nominated?
From what I saw, he pretty much won all the primaries. Is how he got nominated.
And then based upon the primaries, the delegates vote, correct?
They do, and I don't think it should be chosen by. I don't think the delegates should.
That's what exists for both parties. That's just the process.
Also, Donald Trump didn't even meet the actual qualifications for the RNC to be their nominee, because part of the qualifications to become an RNC nominee is to participate in the debates, and Donald Trump did not do so. They still gave him the nomination, even though he didn't meet that qualification. So was he was just appointed, right? If he didn't meet the actual qualifications, he was appointed, right?
Again, I don't agree with the fact of delegates choosing.
But sure, but if Donald Trump did not meet the actual qualifications of how the RNC selects their the person they're going to put up for the presidential nominee, Donald Trump didn't meet that. He was appointed, right?
Yeah, and I don't agree with that.
Okay, perfect.
Do you guys believe that anybody should be able to get on that debate stage if they're running for president? Or do you think it should be limited like the Republicans and the Democrats do?
Obviously there's some limitations that exist for it.
It's got to be some, but let's face facts. They're not allowing third parties or anything to join a debate. How are we ever going to have actual elections in this country if we can't have other viewpoints, other opinions?
Well, I believe in a multi-party democracy, but we're not going to get that to a greater level of democracy with Donald Trump, who's undermining our democracy. If you care about democracy, why are you voting for a guy who incited a violent insurrection at the Capitol when he lost the election?
Mm-hmm.
You call it insurrection. I don't see it that way.
Oh, really? You don't think that they were trying to take back the country from those that stole it from them under their own perspective? That's what Trump said himself. He said, take back the country from those that stole it from them. And then he pardoned violent rioters who beat police officers and called them patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of all
I just want to call back really quick to what you were saying. I don't think a 34 count felon should be Park. I'm sorry. I don't agree. I don't think everybody should be able to run. I don't think a 34 count felon should be allowed to run for president.
Oh, no, no.
Did you know that you can't cut the grass at the White House if you have a felony? But apparently you can be the president in the White House if you have a felony. Did you know that?
Dude, that's crazy. That's so crazy.
That's wild, right?
First off, those felonies would have been misdemeanors.
Sure, but did you know you can't even cut the grass as a felon at the White House, but yet you can be the president inside of the White House with a felony?
That's fucking nuts. In the Oval Office. Are you serious? What type of double standard is that? They should open it. They should open it up and make it so that people who have felonies have access to that.
So to finish my statement, what I was, again, I already said it. He was charged with felonies that would have been misdemeanors in any other case. But my point being, going back, yes, there should be limitation to elections. You know, we can't have everybody. But the point is that Democrats or Republicans allow nobody to join in the debates. They make it so difficult to actually be a participant that they don't give us any choice.
Wait, you could say that it's hard for. Okay, that's fair. What's your point? That's true for both sides. Now, can you?
I guess my point is
can you please like address something relevant to the topic now? You won't talk about anything that's actually a threat to our democracy. You won't talk about Donald Trump going after people's free speech. You won't talk about him going after the Constitution, undermining people's constitutionally protected rights like due process. You won't talk about him specifically inciting a violent insurrection at the Capitol. You won't talk about any of the threats that he actually poses to our rule of law, to our court system, to our Constitution, to our actual core fundamental values like our democracy. But apparently it only makes sense to bring up specifically when referencing the Democratic policy in terms of how they have debate structure or how they have candidates elected.
He doesn't know things.
So, what's his name? I'm not particularly a fan of him, but when he got cut from YouTube,
are you pivoting to something else?
Yeah, instead of addressing what I said.
Holy smokes, bro! You're gonna twist your ankle. Slow down.
Like, was the government involved in that at all? Because Trump's administration was involved in it.
Well, I guess my point is were you guys fighting for free speech when that was happening? When those kind of things were happening?
I'm sorry. Free speech is enforced by the government, not by private businesses. Private businesses can kick you off if they want. That's not free speech. It's their freedom of speech to kick you off of their platform. That's freedom of speech.
Jimmy Kimmel, there was nothing wrong with Jimmy Kimmel getting kicked
because
off
that was
the show,
specifically forced and pressured by the
there was no action.
The FCC.
Words were said, but there was no action.
Okay, well, I mean, that's specifically they were under the impression that was the case.
The FCC chair, the FCC chair threatened them to actually take action. But I would love for you to actually go back to what Parker said. You were talking about how you care about democracy, but you won't address any of those things that, like Parker he gave you a whole list and you didn't engage with any of them. You just tried to push on. Please go back and engage with that.
I forgot what he said, to be honest.
You don't care about democracy. Stop pretending.
I'm pretending. Okay.
Yeah, you totally are pretending.
What I think is interesting is how you guys will never, ever go to the left side and say, you know what? I don't agree with this.
We do all the time.
Black and white.
I literally talked about things earlier.
Give me some examples.
Yeah, for example, the Democratic position on Israel. I am pro-Palestine. I think that there's a genocide happening in Gaza right now.
Yeah, Well, I totally agree with you. I don't think that we should be in there. I don't think we should be providing any money for it.
You voted for it. You literally voted for it. You literally voted. You keep saying that you agree with these things that Parker keeps listing, but you voted against all of these things. Every single thing that you keep saying.
No. You just mentioned Israel. So
Netanyahu himself said that Trump was the biggest and greatest friend that Israel has ever had in the position of the Oval Office.
Let's go back to the stand topic.
Wait, do you want to address that? That's what Netanyahu said himself.
No, I want to address the fact that Kamala was for being in Israel, right?
And I just acknowledged that. But Netanyahu himself said that Trump was his greatest friend, right? It was Israel's greatest friend in the Oval Office that they've ever had.
Well, we all know how Trump is. You stroke his ego and he'll do things for you.
Okay, so now they acknowledge it's for stroking ego. So you won't do it with any other context for any other people. You're gonna, that's not just it. It's also because Donald Trump is extraordinarily pro-Israel.
Yeah, and I don't agree with that.
You voted for it.
But again, I go back to the fact that Kamala said that she would have done the same thing.
She wouldn't have done the same thing.
Exactly.
She definitely does not have the same position as Trump. Now, do I disagree with her position? Absolutely. But to act like her position is the exact same is not true at all.
If I recall, I think she changed her position, didn't she?
Kamala
No. She expanded upon what her position was.
Kamala Harris was adamant about wanting a two-state solution and wanting the G side to end in Gaza. It wasn't what we wanted to the fullest extent, but it was a step in the right direction. Donald Trump literally said that he wanted Israel to finish the job. He wanted to turn the Gaza Strip into a parking lot so he can build Trump hotels on it. He literally said all of these things. So again, you voted for it.
Yeah, she advocated for a ceasefire, and he said finish the job.
I voted for less war because that's what I was told, and less involvement.
No, go back and address the lie that you just told. Admit that you were wrong, and then you can pivot. Admit that you were wrong.
Oh, I wouldn't change my vote because again,
no. I'm not talking about your vote. I'm talking about what you just said as far as the Palestinians, as far as Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. Admit that you were wrong, and then you can pivot.
Admit that I'm wrong on what particular point.
Fuck it, I don't care. Go ahead and pivot.
We'll never get to that point. It seems. How about this? Would you like to acknowledge any positions of Trump's that gets you to support him over Kamala Harris?
There's a lot more that I actually dislike about Trump right now than I like, frankly. I mean, there's so many things. Tariffs as an example. Tariffs is something that, I was for the idea of tariffs when the talk was that we would eliminate the federal income tax. Well, we haven't done that. So now we're getting double taxed on our goods and we're still paying federal income tax.
Oh, okay. So you're saying Trump's economic policy is worse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's plenty of stuff that I don't like about Trump.
So what do you like of him? What do you like of him then?
Well, again, the reasons that I voted for him was based on what they were going to do with healthcare, or I shouldn't say healthcare so much because he doesn't have policy there, but what they were going to do with our food supply and the changes they're going to make there.
Like what?
Again, I wasn't. You look at his first term.
Like what?
We didn't have any.
Like what?
Wars.
Like what? Yes. What were they
getting
going
all
to
the poisons out of our food? Mountain Dew is an example.
Wait, no. What poisons? Be specific with what poisons.
I don't know what specific poisons, but you don't think we're being poisoned in this country? I mean, look at
you have to tell me what he's specifically addressing. I think that Trump is the one doing it.
Trump, this has been a 15, 20-year problem, if not longer. Trump didn't create this. You're going to say obesity and diabetes is a problem that Trump created? That's not the case.
No,
it's been around forever.
I'm saying that Trump makes health worse off in this country by reducing people's access to food, reducing people's access to health insurance, reducing people's access to things that they need, right? And also increasing the cost for pharmaceuticals in terms of putting a huge tariff on pharmaceuticals. We can talk about his cuts to the FDA. Do you want me to bring up specifically? I have an article right here how they axed 2 critical food safety committees. Do you want that? Experts warn of public health risks as the Health Administration eliminates 2 food safety committees, 2 critical food safety committees. That's the title.
Okay. And what does that article say? What changes have been made because of it?
You go read it.
Yeah, I was just telling you the title if you'd like to go read it. But I mean, I can tell
Jeez
you.
Okay.
So there is the National Advisory Committee on Microbiological Criteria for Foods, and then the National Advisory Committee on Meat and Poultry Inspection.
So you guys, I think you guys think I'm unreasonable, but
I think that I think you're being disingenuous because even in Donald Trump's first term, he deregulated multiple industries, including the food industries, causing multiple issues when it came to meat. Donald Trump believes in deregulation. He doesn't actually believe in making things better. So you can talk about the health and what we put in foods and chemicals and all this other stuff, but they're not actually doing anything. They're literally, what's their biggest win? That they put, cane sugar back in Coke. Like that's their biggest win.
Well, that's not a win.
Which already existed.
But I'll go back to the fact at least we're talking about it. And my hopes are is that something will eventually become of it, whether it's Democrats or Republicans. I don't care. I just think there's things that need to be addressed in this country that have been going on for far too long that we're just not doing nothing about. And neither party is, for most circumstances that I see.
So again, what is Trump doing?
I've been ordering you guys. I'm
You brought up
51 years old.
the
I've been
one
around
thing
the
that
world.
you brought up was food safety, and he's worse on that. I just gave you evidence he's worse on that. So what things are Trump better on?
But again, you can't say what Democrats have done. What have they done?
I can mention things.
Oh, okay.
But
What
can
have they
you please
done?
I will answer your.
Diabetes is
Hey,
probably
dude,
higher
I
than
promise you,
food.
I will answer. But can you admit you don't know anything of what Trump's done?
I don't know any of them was Trump done. I'm familiar with what Trump's done. Is just most of it I don't
So
agree
then,
with.
what
it
do
right
you
now.
like of what he's done?
I know what he likes about Trump. I know what he likes about Trump.
What do I
He
like about
likes
Trump?
he likes that Trump is not a black woman. That's
Yes,
it.
that's exactly
That's
what
what
it
he
is.
likes about it because
And
you
it's-
haven't listed anything else.
Yeah.
So unless from moving forward, unless you can actually tell us something that you do like about Trump that he's actually doing, then that's simply all that you can lean on.
You're absolutely right. I'm part of the KKK. I hate black women. You got me.
I believe you.
Yeah, it's sad that that's what you think.
I mean, you're the one that said it. It's not a hard thing to believe. I mean, again, you haven't substantiated anything, and you've only taken shots at her for, quote unquote, not being smart. Like it's weird. It's all weird. I mean, substantiate anything, just anything.
Well, what about the interview that she did?
Why are you talking about Kamala Harris?
Wait, why
again?
can't you address anything Trump has done
How
that you
come
like?
you don't want to talk about Kamala Harris now?
Address.
She's not the
We
president.
will. As soon as you fucking answer our points, you understand. Every single time we ask you a question, you fucking change the topic and you bring up something else. How about you answer a single fucking question we ask you? Are you
I
that
gave you the
fucking
one thing that
ridiculous
mattered to me
that you
most,
can't
and that
answer
was
a
the border.
single fucking simple question? What do you like that Trump has done? Name a simple fucking question. What do you
The
like
border.
that Trump has done?
I said it. The
Be
border.
specific.
I
What
said
about
it
the
multiple
border?
times.
What about
Do
the
you
fact
like that he
you don't
painted the
have-
fence? You
What's
like
that?
that he painted the fence? Got it. You like that he painted the fence? Got it. He painted the fence black on the U.S. side. Got it.
Are there fewer people coming to the country now than there was when Biden was in office?
How is that a
Why?
good thing?
Oh shit, Parker.
How old are
How
you?
is that a
What's
good thing? How old are you, Parker?
How old are you, America?
Are you
I'm 23.
pivoting again?
I'm
Why-
46.
And
Good
you
to
support
see you
Donald Trump?
again. You don't remember me, I guess. Yeah, I support Donald Trump.
Oh, I've already talked to you? Okay. Well, he said in the comment section, Parker's not as half as smart as he thinks. Go ahead. You were saying?
How old are you, Parker?
I'm 23 years old.
Okay, so you fit that generation. You're the same age as my daughter, and for the first time in our history, you may, because you got a pretty good gig going here, I'm guessing, but most people your age are probably going to struggle to buy a house, to start a family, that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
you
Donald
keep
Trump
letting those
deregulated
people
the housing
in. We're not
market.
building enough houses for people
Donald
to
Trump
live in.
deregulated the housing market and allowed corporations to buy up single family homes. Also, it's also because 70-year-olds, the first time in our history of our country, you have more 70-year-olds than 30-year-olds buying homes. These people are buying homes and then using them as rental properties and trying to hoard wealth instead of actually buying what they need and allowing the market to naturally grow. It's not a housing issue as far as building homes, because we have more empty homes in America than we have people that are unhoused. literally more empty and abandoned homes than we have people that are unhoused. It's not a housing issue. It's a hoarding issue. It's a capitalism issue. It's a whole person issue.
I don't know where you live and where you think that to be the case. Might be the case overall, but I can tell you.
Yes, look at. There's actual nationwide evidence. I'm not even talking about where I live locally. Where I live in the state of Washington, where like houses are super expensive. But look at it federally. Look at the entire nation. That's the issue.
Well, I can tell you in Minnesota, houses out in the rural communities go like that, and same thing in Minneapolis.
Trump is making it more expensive, and it's less likely that they're going to be sold because it is the case that interest rates are going to be higher because Donald Trump is putting upward pressure on prices, decreasing the likelihood that we can reduce interest rates as quickly as we would otherwise, given that there was lower levels of inflation.
So why are we building less houses then?
Because we have less abilities to buy the materials because the materials cost more due to tariffs.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, you're not going to get me to debate on that.
So that's actually Trump's policies, again, causing the housing crisis to be worse. So you just actually proved how Donald Trump is worse for the economy again, instead of actually proving anything that he's better on. You have yet to mention what he's specifically better on and actually uphold an argument for it, because everything you've brought up has been worse on behalf of Donald Trump.
Everything.
Yep, I'm completely wrong. Thank you.
I don't know. Do you think you're joking or something? You are completely wrong. You said it, not me.
So do you believe Biden was just the most amazing president we've ever had?
Why are you? Holy
nice
shit,
pivot again. No, but I do think that he's better than Trump.
Really? A carcass. Okay.
He was not dead. He was definitely a lot more alive than Trump in terms of actually
also,
putting in policies that
right
benefit
now.
us.
Exactly. Also, I would take him right now over Donald Trump.
Absolutely.
Do you guys think we should have age limits as far as people running for Congress and president?
Yeah, they shouldn't allow Trump to run. He's too old.
Yeah, well, so was Biden. So what do you think that age limit should be?
They're 3 years apart.
Well, it would actually mean so both of them can't.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think we should get rid of Pelosi.
They're literally well, then why did you vote for the old guy over the young woman?
Again, I did not find her genuine.
Trump is almost 30 years older than Kamala. Almost 30 years older than Kamala.
I thought she was an empty suit.
If you thought there should be age limits, and you said that you want better housing, Kamala addressed that. You said that you wanted to see a better outcome in Gaza. Kamala wanted that. You said that you wanted universal health care or better health care. Kamala wanted all of that. Everything that you've named, that you said that you want, that you actually agree with, Kamala aligns with that. Donald Trump aligned with none of that. And you still have not said what Donald Trump has done better than Joe Biden or Kamala Harris. And since you can't name any of those things, the only thing that I can think of is that you would rather have the white orange man instead of the black woman. That's it. That's it.
No.
Then substantiate something, because you're not proving me wrong, bud. Prove me wrong.
Obviously, I'm not going to change your guys' mind. So
you don't even have to change it. If you had a good argument, you could, but you're not able to do so because you don't have a good argument. We've given you a good argument, which should change your mind.
You're suggesting that Kamala would have done everything that she said, and I think she's an empty suit.
No,
I don't know that she would have done
we're not
half
claiming
the
that
stuff.
she would have been able to do every single thing. We're claiming that she would have done more of what aligns with your views. Everything that she said aligns more with your views. So if you're going to judge based upon what they said they're going to do, like what Trump said he was going to do, because clearly he didn't follow through with half of that shit. He didn't drain the swamp. He didn't reduce the prices. He didn't drop the Epstein files. He didn't repeal and replace the ACA. He didn't do any of that. Okay, so we can talk about all of those things. He didn't end the war in Ukraine and Russia in 24 hours.
Oh, he could have done that. He could have stopped the funding. That would have been done.
So then you understand we can point to a bunch of different things that, again, he said he was going to do, but which he did not do. So clearly that's not the standard.
So
do you want to address any of that?
No, address what he said. Don't pivot. Don't just say so. Address what Parker just said directly.
Well, pivot, watch this.
I wish I could disagree with a lot of things he just said, but I can't.
So then again, why do you support Donald Trump over Kamala Harris?
You know what? It probably goes back to Barack Obama, frankly.
Oh, okay. So it's the black man this time. All right, go ahead and tell us about the black man. Tell us how the black man made you not want to vote for the black woman.
When he ran, he was a pretty transformational figure. And when he ran, he promised America all these wonderful things, hope and change. We're going to give you health care, all this stuff. What did he do? He started a bunch of wars. He's probably more Wall Street than any president. What did he do?
Both of those things are more to the extent on Trump. Trump renamed the Department of Defense to the Department of War because they want to be more aggressive on war front actions. That's what they said themselves. They said themselves that they're more pro-war. Donald Trump claims to be literally the person that benefits Wall Street to the greatest extent. He gives massive tax breaks to millionaires and billionaires. He went up to the top fossil fuel companies and said, if you give me $1 billion for my campaign, I'll give you $110 billion in tax cuts. He's consistently, over and over again, literally benefits the rich at the expense of middle-class Americans. And you're going to sit here and say that Obama was more likely to be in support of the rich? What are you talking about?
And that is my point that I don't think you guys understand. You think that the Kamala would have ran on all the stuff, which, by the way, she changed policies. My point is that everyone is bought and paid for. And once you start understanding that, maybe you'll have a better understanding.
What evidence do you have that Kamala Harris is bought and paid for? What evidence?
Well, nothing, because she didn't win, did she? So I can't tell you.
So he has no evidence. So what's his evidence? What's his evidence? It's a trust me, please, please, please trust me. I feel like everyone's bought and paid for. So I'm just going to say it about everyone, even without any evidence.
Also, if you want to talk about bought and paid for it, if you want to talk about bought and paid for it, like Donald Trump literally had the richest man on earth backing his campaign, like and was open about it and out actually doing things like offering $1 million for voter registration in swing states. Like literally the richest man on earth spent $245 million on Donald Trump's campaign. If you want to talk about bought and paid for, you can't just say that you thought that Kamala Harris was when we openly see Elon Musk buying Donald Trump. Like you're being a hypocrite.
And both parties created that system.
Well, I'm sorry, if it's true with both parties, why is it something you're uniquely bringing up about Trump as to why you support him? I asked you, what are reasons about Trump that get you to support him? And you're bringing up something that's true about both sides that you disagree with on both sides. So can you give me a reason that is true specifically about Donald Trump as a reason to vote for him over Kamala Harris?
I think you missed the point of why a lot of people from MAGA probably voted for Trump. It's the fact that they're desperate.
Racism, sexism, classism.
So because you misunderstood what works with the economy. The number one reason in exit polling, right, as what they stated, they didn't state all of the other reasons. So obviously there are bigotries we could point to. They didn't state those, right? The number ones we can, based upon the exit polling, is that he specifically would be better for the economy, and that the Democrats were the cause of inflation, which is just something that they attribute to the Democrats, not because of a reason, but because of an association, just because it happened under the administration. And correlation doesn't equal causation. They didn't do anything to cause inflation, and Trump literally ran on policies to cause inflation and then just lied about it and said that it would decrease prices, and people believed it because they don't understand economics.
Also, did you know that more white men, literally more white men, turned out to vote for Donald Trump than any other president in U.S. history? Literally, white men protected their spot on the patriarchal system and said that they're not going to have this black woman be the head of state. Literally, they showed up and voted for Donald Trump in numbers unseen, and he still only won by 1%. He still barely won the election, even though white men showed up and voted for him at all-time record highs.
You want to keep going back to race, but I can't say it strongly enough that I could.
You're not disproving what I'm saying. You just keep saying it's not about race, but you still haven't said anything that disproves that.
I don't know what you want me to say to disprove.
Tell us why you actually support
literally
Trump.
Give us like a reason. Like, I'm serious. We're just asking for a legitimate reason why you say that Trump is a better
candidate. I kind of told you the system is broken. The system
and Trump
is
what makes the system more broken.
Yeah, well, it was broken before he got into office.
Well, I'm sorry. Trump makes it worse.
We can argue that, but
no, we've already got you to agree with that.
Yeah, it can.
On literally every topic we've talked about, you have agreed with us that Donald Trump is worse. And we're asking you for just one example of something that Donald Trump is better on.
And I told you the one thing that mattered was the border, and that's because I'm racist.
What about the border?
We need to shut it off. We need to slow down the people coming into this country. That's
okay. So
So
now
the
I'll ask you
brown
this
people
question:
can't
would
come
you
in.
prefer zero immigration in this country?
No, I don't think that's necessary. We have to have immigration because we need people working, in this country to fill some of those
we
jobs.
need people. So then why are you okay? So I could actually point to this. We need the level of immigration that happened under the Biden-Harris administration, because the immigration surge that happened under the Biden-Harris administration will lead to an $8.9 trillion increase in the GDP by 2034, which will allow for us to build up our level of tax revenue so that we can pay for systems like Social Security and Medicare, because it is the case in the reality that by 2032, it will literally go insolvent because of the big, beautiful bill, because the big, beautiful bill made it even more likely to go insolvent. So what an insolvent means is that they're going to have to reduce the level of benefits or cut how many people are going to be allowed to be on it, because we won't have the revenue in order to pay for it.
Well, there's a good example. I will be one of the people that fall into that category of that I may not collect Social Security. So yeah,
you voted for it. I'm sorry, I don't care. You voted for it.
You keep saying that, but I do not see the Democrats fixing it either. What have they done in the last 15 years?
What do they do better? What do they do better? They want to make
They robbed it. They took the money.
How do they rob?
You don't think the government's taking money out of Social Security?
I think that's because of Republicans, not because of Democrats. For example, Democrats are wanting to get rid of the cap on Social Security that limits after a certain level of income, right? You paying into Social Security.
You guys legitimately think that we have a two-party system?
Yes.
Really?
What does that have to do with Social Security?
Why does he keep pivoting?
Why are you
like,
pivoting
literally
again?
Every
Exactly.
single time he just pivots.
Because you think
anytime you pin him down on something that he knows that he can't actually speak to, he just pivots. Like, just address it. Like, if you concede, then you can pivot. But like, you're not just gonna pretend like their points aren't being made. Like, the fact that we're sitting here taking time to explain these things and addressing these actual, untruths. I'll be kind and call it untruths that you're saying, and we're correcting you, but you won't even actually engage or address it. Like, what are we even doing?
What am I saying that's necessarily untrue?
Everything.
We've already
everything. Just be honest and say it with your chest. Just say the quiet part out loud. Say it with your chest. Like, literally, everybody knows who you are at this point. Just say it. Like, be truthful. Be you. Like, what are we doing?
That's BS. It's so
then say it with your chest, bud.
You want to turn this into race and sex?
Say it with your chest, bud, because you have done nothing to actually sustain it. The only thing that you could say is that you don't want the brown people coming from the border anymore.
No, I didn't say that either. I told you. I said
you said the southern border. You said the southern border. Why didn't you address the northern border?
3,000 people every day.
Why didn't you address the northern border, or people that overstayed their visas, or why didn't you address any of those?
We should address that too.
You immediately went to the southern border
because that's where the majority of the problem was.
That's not true. That's absolutely not true.
People coming from Canada.
You have more people that overstay their green cards and their visas.
Yeah, so fix it.
But you're not talking about that. You're just talking about the brown people coming from the southern border.
Again, fix it. I have no problem with fixing it.
All right, whatever, dude.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to talk about, our admin?
No, I don't have anything else.
Of course not.
How old are you, Santana?
38. Why?
38. Just curious.
Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I appreciate you guys giving me the platform, and I know you don't agree with me and you think I'm stupid, but I appreciate the time.
No, we absolutely agree with you. That's the whole point that we've been making. You've agreed with everything that we've said. You've just been disingenuous. You've literally agreed with all the things we said.
Yeah, we think that you kind of agree with us, but like it seems like you're just not willing to accept the conclusion that it comes from agreeing with us, like on practically everything.
Yeah, well, again, the reasons I voted for Trump were the border. It was because of less wars. I don't think we should be spending money overseas like we do, and I want less wars. I don't think we need to be killing people for oil. I think
we agree. We want less wars too. We just don't think that Trump leads to that.
Right, and again, you may be right, but I guess my point is that the Democrats haven't done that for 25 years either. So where do you want people to go when the Democrats aren't following through with policy either?
So we agree that specifically the Democrats need to address this as well in terms of being to a greater extent anti-war, but that doesn't mean that Donald Trump is better in that context. So when we're comparing for the election, it's one side versus the other. We pick the better side. We can acknowledge that we disagree with both sides in terms of how much pro-war they are.
Well,
Also, can I just say something real quick? I feel like people like you, right, have missed the point as far as like how democracy works. And for you to say that you used to be a Democrat, right? If you were truly a Democrat and you align with all these things that we spoke about, then what you do is you vote for harm reduction. And then the way that we actually protest Donald Trump is the way that we should protest our party when we have power. And that's where the disconnect is. The disconnect is we tend to get in power and say, well, we want them to do the things that we want them to do, but we don't hold their feet to the fire. The way that we actually get change is, yes, we vote in people that align closer with the things that we want. And then once we have those people in power, we protest, we march, we stand up, we scream until we actually get them to do the things that they said they were going to do. We don't go vote for the other side because the other side is in complete opposite as far as the things that we said that we want. So you voting for Donald Trump has taken us further away from the things that you said that you want. That doesn't even make sense. You put your party in power and then you hold their feet to the fire. Like, that's the problem that we have as far as the left. We give these people power and then we don't hold them to it. That's what we need to do. When the Democrat Party has power, then we protest and then we make them hold up to what they said they were going to do.
So what you should be fighting for is some of the things that I believe. I believe that you shouldn't be able to be 80 years old and be president. I believe there should be
We've already agreed on that, but the difference is that I voted for someone that I could hold accountable for those things. Donald Trump will never acquiesce to those things that you want. Never.
And how do you hold them accountable?
I literally
go
back and watch it on YouTube. Go back on Parker's VOD and watch it on YouTube. I'm not going to say it again.
I'll go check it out, but protesting doesn't change policy all the time.
What?
Doesn't.
Protesting is the way in which you change policy. That's what we're doing right now. We're protesting.
Well, we'll see if things change, right?
You understand that things have changed. People change their views, and that puts different pressure on the system.
Do you believe it's a slam dunk for the Democrats in 2028?
I don't know what that even is supposed to mean. I don't know.
Well, you're suggesting that Trump is worse. So if that's truly the case, then what's going to happen in 2028?
Well, I would have hoped that Trump lost in this election. I know he was significantly worse, but that doesn't mean he's going to win or lose just because I believe that he's worse. Does that make sense?
Sure. But I guess my point is Democrats don't really have anybody to run on. And again, I don't know.
We do. And again, like you haven't really provided any reason why you like prefer Trump. I think you're just trying to like talk to us about other things at this point.
Yeah, well, I just want you guys to think once in a while of what on the side that I represent, the Democrats, what do they do that I do not like, and what am I doing?
We've been doing that. We always do that. I don't know why you're acting like we don't do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, again,
let's go to the next person, everybody. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. If you want to support me, as always, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, link tree in the bio, as well as the description of the YouTube, as well as you can support me over YouTube Super Chat. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Everyone to help get it out to more people. I appreciate everyone so much, as long as Santana's up here, make sure to support him.
I got a couple of thank yous, if that's okay.
Absolutely, go for it.
Francesca, thank you for the 2. I appreciate you. I have no idea what Phil is. Andrea, thank you for the 10. He made my head hurt. Phil, yes, completely disingenuous. Paul, Conway, thank you for the 3 Canadian. You're awesome. Laura, thank you fucking so much for the $25. You are freaking amazing. Heather, thank you for the 5. Lacey, thank you so much for the 5. And Libby, thank you for the 10. Yes, he was a mental gymnast.
Greg, thank you so much for the $2. Kenneth with the £5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kyle, thank you for the $2. Rosalie, thank you so much for the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much, Rosalie. I really appreciate it. We need some W's for Rosalie in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Really appreciate the $50 on YouTube Super Chat. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you. And for the kind message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Ron, thank you so much for the $2. Liz, thank you so much for the $5. Really appreciate it. Nina with the $2. Kim with the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Kyle with the $2. Kim, thank you so much for the $2 again. I really appreciate it. Ryan, thank you for the £5. Thank you so much. Kyle with the $2. Forrest, thank you so much for the $2. I really appreciate it. Liz, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. Thank you for the membership subscription. Thank you, Carol. Beverly with the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Laura, thank you for the $15. Thank you so much. Kelly, thank you so much for the $10. Absolutely. All eyes on the Summit flotilla. Absolutely. They said they're currently being intercepted by
They've
Israel.
intercepted it. Yeah. Yeah, they intercepted it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Ryan, thank you so much for the £5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Ryan. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen, everybody. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go on to the next person here real quick. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. Everyone's trying to get to 3,000 likes for the 3,600 people here. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. And subscribe if you're new. We just got over 350,000, which is crazy, which is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
I know, right? It's actually crazy.
You need to do something like you need to start planning now for when you hit 1 million. You should do something big.
1 million is I can't even fathom that, honestly.
It's coming. And so you need to start planning. It's coming.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yo, 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
What's your birth year?
2007,
What month?
February.
If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Donald Trump.
Okay, why so?
Yeah, so the second quarter, our GDP growth was at 3.8%, the highest that
What
it's
state do you
been.
live in?
Illinois, why?
What time is it?
4:32.
Okay. What's the capital of Illinois?
Springfield.
Okay. Can you name 3 other cities in Illinois?
Chicago, Aurora, Champaign.
Okay.
Who is the most famous coach in Chicago Bears history?
I have no idea because I don't watch basketball.
That's football.
Well,
got you.
You
There's
know what? I
no
actually
way.
think that's
No
good enough.
fucking way.
I think that's good enough.
No
reason
fucking
to, like,
way.
think that they're not from
No fucking
Illinois.
way.
I feel like okay. I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up in there's a bunch of Bears fans there. There's no,
Yeah.
I just don't even fathom. I can't even
I
fathom
saw,
someone from Illinois.
I saw
thinking that.
people spamming Ditka in the chat. It was definitely Ditka.
Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the screen. Everyone, we are just looking for some debates.
The Bears. Also, W's in the chat for the chat. You guys are at 1.2 million likes. Keep tapping the screen, especially if you're over on YouTube.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh,
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I have blessings, bro.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I know you're bringing a couple of people up. I was gonna wait to say thank yous, but I just saw something. You can I have just a quick second?
Absolutely.
W's in the chat for Amber. Thank you so much for the 5. I really appreciate you. W's in the chat for Christina. Thank you so much for the 10. You're freaking awesome. W's in the chat for Morgan for the 20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, and I love co-hosting with Parker. W's in the chat for Shannon for the 5. You're freaking awesome. And fucking hell, W's in the chat for Emma. Thank you so much for the $100 donation, saying love watching you guys, keeping me sane. Absolutely, so much, guys. I want to see 1 million W's in the chat for Emma. Emmy, thank you so much for the $100 donation. That's fucking crazy. Thank you.
AL, yo, what's up? How old are you?
29.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Honestly, no, because
Let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates, everybody. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Let's go on to the next person, everybody. Only send a guest request again if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Okay, let's go on to the next person. Do give it a second.
Guys, while Parker's working so hard to get another person up here, keep tapping the screen. While we have time, I challenged the chat over on TikTok to see if we can get the 2 million likes. Keep hitting the like button. Also, show Parker some love. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, all the pay links in the link tree in the bio. And if you're over on YouTube, send a super chat.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your birth year?
2006.
What month?
October. So I'm gonna be 19 in like 10 days.
Okay, so if you
Happy
could go
early
back in
birthday.
time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Trump,
Okay, why so?
because Kamala's retarded.
Okay, using the R slur already is crazy.
And fuck your birthday. I take that happy birthday back.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello? I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay, why so?
Because he's the best president we've ever had, and Kamala was
Kamala?
elected to the DNC undemocratically.
No,
He's a
she was
troll.
democratically elected.
Definitely a troll.
She wasn't democratically elected.
How could we tell if he's a troll or not, I guess?
He's doing a fake Southern accent. As someone from the South,
I
that
can tell you
accent's
why.
fake as shit.
I can tell you why Kamala wasn't elected democratically.
Okay.
He's doing it on purpose. He's a troll.
Alrighty, let's go on to the next individual. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. We are just looking for some debates.
That was a bad accent, chat. And I have bad accents.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do.
CK, thank you for the you're amazing. Thank you. If you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
Trump, but I'm skeptical.
You said Trump? Okay.
Okay.
So, what's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
March.
Okay. So, why do you support Trump?
All right. Can I say something? All right. I want to say something.
What
It's not
state
offensive
did you
or
vote
anything.
in?
Wait, I did not vote.
Okay, cool.
All right. I
Are you
want
an
to say
American
something.
citizen?
I want to say something.
Are you an
to
American
Santana.
citizen?
I'm gonna be a future American citizen. I just want to say something very important. You guys, you can kick me out. I don't want to say what I feel. So, I believe that what you're doing, what you, Parker, Santana, Dean, everything that you guys are doing, I believe like everything that you have worked hard to build and accomplish that. And as a person who's gonna be, I'm gonna be a future USA citizen because I want to come to the USA and study
Are you
and become an
currently
actor.
are you
And I
currently
think
going through the legal
what you're
process?
yeah, I'm pretty much trying to because I wanna come study in the USA. And I just wanted to say that what you guys are doing, what you guys are trying to accomplish is very important for also me. I feel safer with you guys and whatever you guys are doing because through these public debates, open discussions, and through these dialogues, which could be described as fruitful in many occasions, I think that they are very meaningful and not only like because you're not only engaging your guests but often bringing them to reconsider or even change their views by the end of the conversation. And even for those who simply watch your debates, even if they aren't personally like participating or engaging with you, they're learning things and becoming more educated about various and important stuff that concern the USA and in its future. And finally, I just want to personally thank you for spending your time here and trying through discussion to secure a better future for the USA by educating these people and the youth, and have also educated me as well. I really want to thank you guys, and I want to follow in your footsteps. And do what you guys are doing, because I think open debates such as those discussions and those dialogues, those fruitful dialogues, are very important, are the future. And I just think what you guys are doing, like I just feel I'm very emotional about it, because I just think it's very important for our future, not only for the USA but for the world. And I just love that you guys sit here and do these discussions with people, changing their minds, because but by the time you're done with your guests, they've often I've witnessed that they're often changed their mind, and through all of this, you're directly ensuring the spread of logical different arguments and showing why the right choice is the left. And I just love what you guys are doing. I just want to be truthful about that.
Sure. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I guess why do you support Donald Trump?
I do not support Donald Trump. I just thought the only way to talk to you.
Okay. I appreciate you coming up. I appreciate you coming up. I am just looking for some debates, everybody. Please only send a guest request if you do support Donald Trump. I appreciate the support. I really do. I am just looking for some debates, though. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, Parker, I'm 23.
Do you support Donald Trump?
I do. Can I disconnect my earbuds really fast?
For sure.
Also, Haley, thank you for the 5. Yes, I do the worst impressions. And maybe if you're lucky, I'll do one of my bad impressions one day.
All right.
So Connor, if you could go back in time and you could either vote for Donald Trump or Kamala Harris, who would you vote for?
I'd vote for Donald Trump.
Okay. You'd vote for Donald Trump. Okay. So why so?
I really supported his abortion policies.
Okay. Why?
Because I don't think that it's okay to kill living things.
Okay. Do you think it should be considered murder to pull the plug on an individual in your family that's brain dead?
Absolutely.
You think that's murder?
Yes.
So everyone in the chat who's done that, you think that they're a murderer and should go to prison?
Yes.
You're trolling.
No.
Are you vegan?
I think he's.
I'm not trolling.
Are you vegan?
No,
I am vegan, yes. And I think everyone should be vegan, as that's like
I think what's happening right now is I think he's trying to. He understands to uphold certain principles or whatever. He has to be willing to go to the furthest extent in order to justify what he's saying, and so he was willing to go to those furthest extent for whatever question you had.
I don't believe that they're real. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. London, thank you for $5. Thank you so much. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. Alrighty. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Can you say that again?
How old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
2007.
What month?
July.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yeah, I do.
What's up with your profile picture?
What's up with my profile picture?
Yeah.
Yes.
What is it?
Why are you being weird?
Yeah.
I'm not being weird. Did you know that Dean goes on Grindr?
No, he doesn't. So why?
Yeah, he does.
Even if he did, why would that be your business?
Why does that concern you? If he
why
does?
do you care?
It got proven. The fact checkers, they proved it. He goes on Grindr.
Fact checkers.
He's trying to hide it from the public, but
why are you meat watching? Like seriously, serious question. Why do you care about what other people do?
I don't go on it. I mean, I got it from a friend.
Listen, the fact that you're worrying about where someone else does their business, that's actually kind of really weird.
He has a wife, dude.
He doesn't have a wife. But again, why are you
or
worried
a
about
girlfriend? Whatever.
Dean does have a girlfriend, and I know. His
Yeah.
girlfriend.
So he's cheating.
No,
he's cheating.
Not. No, he's not.
Parker.
You understand that that's not him, right? That's
he's
not
got
him.
owned Parker. Parker. He goes on Grindr. That's cheating.
Okay,
Bro,
he's not doing that. That's not him.
First and
Yes, that's
foremost,
him.
again, hold on.
That's
You want
him.
to talk?
That's
Wait.
literally
You
him.
want to talk about Grindr? Tell me why that every time the Republican Party gets together, Grindr servers crash. Literally, when they were in Arizona for Charlie Kirk's
That was
funeral
the
service. Hold on.
Democrats
No.
trying to screw
Let
them
me
up.
finish.
You can't make this shit
Let
up.
me finish. When they had Charlie Kirk's memorial service in Arizona, Grindr servers spiked to a
That's
massive
the
level.
Democrats
So
crashing
tell me
the
why.
servers to make
Tell
the
me why
Republicans
the
look
right
bad.
has a problem with actually hiding who they are. Hey, I just need sure. Just answer this question.
The Democrats.
Why is the right so scared of being who they are? Why do they have to hide who they are? And whatever.
I kicked him.
Yeah, like people are weird. Also, guys, be who you are. Like no one should shame you for whatever. Like me watching is weird.
Yeah, no one should be shaming people for that. And also, it's just literally not true. Like he obviously
Exactly.
Dean's not doing that. He's in a relationship.
Exactly.
Joseph, how old are you? And also, like, why wouldn't your first assumption be like, Dean has a huge platform, someone made a fake account of Dean? Like, why wouldn't that be the first assumption? Like, seriously.
Well, it's because they wanted him. Like this is the only way they can get him to try to hold the L. So they're gonna hold on to it.
Like, I feel like that would be the most obvious assumption, is that someone made a fake account, right? Like,
Somebody was saying, what was I gonna say? The only thing I was gonna ask is, why does the Republican Party shame people for being who they are and actually engaging in whatever consensual relationships they want to engage in? It's weird.
Exactly. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. Nix, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $5 or €5. Thank you so much. Or £5. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Also,
thank you so much. Good.
I was gonna say, Carolina, thank you for the 2790 Brazilian. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to convert it, but thank you for that super chat. Wambi, thank you for the $20 super chat. London, thank you for the $4.99, and Felon, thank you for the $5. Sorry, go ahead, Parker.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Oh, they left. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. We are just looking for some debates. This might be like one of the last conversations here. So only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria on the screen. Conway, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much. Lina, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $100 on Venmo. Thank you so much. Would you ever start debates over the phone like Politics does? I would definitely think about that. I definitely would. Another thing I was thinking about was doing like YouTube Shorts lives. I've been seeing that. I saw that he was
heard
doing
about
that, and
those.
they were doing really well. So I was gonna
yeah.
try to do that, but I have to figure out how to set it up completely.
Dan was telling me about that. I'll check with him again because I didn't know it was a thing, and he was like, "Yeah, you can do that." So
yeah, so I think I'll have 3 streams going at once, which will be crazy. I'll have to see if I can even do that. TikTok, YouTube, and then YouTube Shorts.
And then YouTube Shorts.
Because my YouTube Shorts do pretty well. So I'm like,
mine do crazy.
Maybe that will be better for push too. That'd be good. And then Teresa, thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Can we some W's for Teresa in the comment section right now as well? Thank you so much. W's for Teresa. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But thanks for doing what you do. I'm a 30-year federal employee, worked in the cabinet office. If only people knew the truth. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Seriously, though, thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Teresa in the comment section right now? And Lina, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Can we get some W's for all the gifters in the comment section right now? Again, everyone, probably like the last person up here. Only send a guest request if you meet that set of criteria listed on the TikTok screen. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up.
You mind if I grab someone? Because people keep spamming to debate this guy, but like, hold on, it keeps jumping around. Here we go. I think you tried to bring him up earlier.
No, it just
tried to bring
didn't
him
even
up
add him
earlier,
up.
There he is. You tried to bring him up earlier, or now he's gone. I don't know. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I just kicked him immediately. I'm confused. All right.
You brought him up earlier, and then he immediately dropped. So I have no idea. So I don't know. I just thought I'll try to bring him back.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll try again. I see him.
Gracie, thank you for the 10. Yes, we try to educate, but we appreciate you. And Michael, thank you so much for The 20, thank you for bringing attention, awareness, and action to all the things that really matter. Yeah, and hopefully Parker will give me a second at the end, and I'll talk about that thing we're drawing attention to. So thank you.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 26.
Do you support Donald Trump?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Why so?
Well, first off, is him wanting to push transgender out of the youth schools. That was a big thing that got me to vote for him.
You want to kick trans people out of schools?
No, it's not that I want to kick trans people out of schools. I want to keep the ideology behind it away from
what
young
ideology?
minds.
What ideology?
Well, first off, let me state I'm a Christian.
You're not.
Thank you. Anyway, the whole idea of, we don't want to teach the youth that transgender is okay because, say I'm not okay with.
Wait, you mean love thy neighbor? So you don't want to teach kids love thy neighbor?
That's why I said
No, I don't want to teach them that it's okay to willingly sin.
Wait, wait, where in the Bible does it say it's wrong to be trans?
It states in the Old Testament that you mustn't wear a women's clothing.
Okay, so are you saying that it would be wrong for actors specifically to wear, male actors to wear dresses?
Well, traditionally speaking, Hollywood is full of sin.
Okay, so you think that's sinful? You think it's sinful?
Yes, absolutely.
Also, I would love that verse. Where does it say in the Old Testament that you shouldn't wear a dress? Give me that verse.
Wait, so does he have an issue with the founding fathers?
He
wearing
must.
wigs, makeup, and high heels. Do you have an issue with the founding fathers, man? Come back into the app, Ryan.
Just a fun fact for the chat. A lot of the cosmetic things that we refer to today, like makeup and nail polish, was actually created for men. Like it was used for men before women started using it. So this whole idea that you shouldn't actually use it or engage in those types of things, like there's a long history of men actually utilizing those things. He's going to try to find that mysterious Bible verse, I think.
I mean, Trump's got a spray tan. So, I mean, like.
He does. The Trump is our first orange president. W's in the chat for the orange people.
Deuteronomy 22:5.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to look that up. You can go ahead,
All
Parker.
right. Deuteronomy what?
22:5.
Okay. 22:5. A woman must not wear men's clothing, nor a man wear woman's clothing. So then are you saying that under this context that the founding fathers were doing something sinful?
Absolutely
or what about
not.
Jesus wearing like
at those times, women were wearing dresses. Am I correct?
And also, this is the Old Testament. Do you want me to also give you other verses in the Old Testament? Do you take Leviticus 25, 44 through 46, 1 Samuel 15:3? Are those
Okay,
verses
but
you
Jesus...
take, or do you want me to give you verses specifically where God commands people to specifically get an abortion?
Hold on. God never told anybody to murder an innocent child.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Literally did.
In Numbers, he told them specifically to get an abortion in the context of a woman cheating on her husband and getting pregnant from cheating. To drink the bitter water and to fucking cause an abortion. So he literally commanded people to do so. Do you accept that in the Old Testament?
Lord have mercy. And
or
not to mention,
don't accept
we're talking about the context as a whole. So there's also another Bible verse that states that one shouldn't
where in the New Testament
mutilate them.
Okay, so you think all surgery is wrong? He thinks all surgery is wrong. Give him a second, everyone. He needs to find this and to come back. Rosie, thank you so much for the $6. Thank you so much. Lina, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I didn't even see that. Thank you so much. I definitely will. Thank you so much. Oh, I see that now. I see that now. Thank you so much. And I read the first part. I do not have a cat. Dean does. And thank you so much. I did just see that. Thank you. Rachel, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you. All right, Ryan, are you there?
Also, you know what? And I'm sorry, I got to call this out, and maybe I need to read more. But I just read all of Deuteronomy 22. Holy fuck! None of this makes sense. None of 22 makes sense. I'm so confused as far as even what 5 has to do with the rest of it. So I'm gonna go back and read a little bit further. But again, none of this is making sense. Because like that one, it literally feels like if you look at the other verses that's around it, it's talking about like cattle and ox and sheep and chicken and like the bird's nest on the side of the road, and the Israelites basically how you should treat your neighbor's animals and how you should like respect those animals. But in the middle, like at number 5, it just has the random verse about women not wearing men's clothes and men not wearing women's clothes. Like it's something really off about this. Like you don't question the context that's around this one verse, because we do understand the Bible was actually rewritten and translated multiple times. Like this one verse doesn't make sense with the rest of the actual verses that's around it. So I'm going to keep reading.
Well, the original translation was originally to Greek, and then from Greek it was translated.
It was before Greek. It was a different language before Greek. You know, the current oldest living Bible as far as first translations is the Ethiopian Bible, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah.
So there's multiple
did
languages.
he just say that the Old Testament was Greek?
Yeah, he said it was
Dude,
translated.
that's
from
that's the New
It
Testament,
had at
bro.
one point
The
been
Old Testament is
translated from
Hebrew.
Greek. Sorry,
Exactly.
I don't mean to interrupt. Let's keep this very polite.
I'm gonna go back and read a little bit more of the Bible book because none of this is making sense.
We have to understand the full check.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I'm looking at everything else around it and none of it makes sense.
Well, you have to accept the Holy Spirit into your life and accept Jesus.
Yeah, I know Jeebus. Me and Jeebus real close. I kicks it with him. I fucks with Jeebus.
So then you're saying that, you don't believe.
Who said? I just said I fucks with Jeebus.
You fuck with Jeebus.
I'm not a Christian.
Jesus.
I fuck with Jeebus.
I'm an agnostic atheist.
Jesus was a communist.
No other religion can deny that
Jesus was a goddamn commie.
No other religion can deny that he was here.
What?
No other religion can deny that Jesus walked this earth.
Jesus walked the earth, but not as a god, as a person.
Okay, but
why did Jesus wear a dress?
What do you mean?
Why did Jesus wear a dress?
We don't know what Jesus wore.
Jesus wore a dress. Yep.
Is that simple?
We're kind of the whole thing is really getting off topic because we originally addressed why I voted for Donald Trump. So
okay, well, not really. The reason why you said you did doesn't actually uphold your own position. I have a question. Can you name one Christian ideal that Donald Trump upholds to a greater extent than Kamala Harris?
I mean, personally, I haven't seen him pull up anything. As far as that, I really wasn't into the whole thing. I just know that he
said he fucks with Jeebus, but he don't fuck with Jeebus. Not like I do. Think about it. Donald Trump professed
the thing is
that
about Christianity is like I don't have to be perfect, okay? So
sure, but he also what's the foundation of Christianity? Like what is the basic principle of being a Christian?
Loving your enemy.
Honor
like your mother and your father.
Like being a good person, doing good things.
Yeah, absolutely. Just being.
And then how do you get into heaven?
Through accepting Jesus as your Lord and Savior and knowing through your love and your compassion through him.
You have to
raised
repent,
from the
right?
dead.
You have to repent and you have to accept Jesus as your Lord and Savior. Well, Donald Trump has said that he is not a Christian. He also said that he's never repentant because he's never needed to repent. Like, so Donald Trump is disqualified from not only getting into heaven, but from even saying that he was a Christian, because by his own words, he said he's not a Christian. But how do you judge Christians, Ryan? We're judged by what?
We're judged by God himself.
What? But we're judged by our fruits, right?
Our
fruit.
Holy Spirit, yeah.
Yeah. What is Donald Trump fruits? Is it kicking kids off of free food for school? Is it jailing undocumented immigrants that are coming across the border? Hey, you remember Jesus said you got to welcome the sojourner, right? Donald Trump is diametrically opposed to the teachings of Jesus Christ, but yet you voted for someone who is very far from Christ-like. It doesn't make sense. Hey, Matt.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm gonna let you have it, Matt.
No, that's all right. I'll be very quick and then I'll drop. I just wanted to offer up one thing. Anytime anyone brings up Deuteronomy 22:5, the immediate counter should be go and read Deuteronomy 22:11 and see if you want to ban that also. Because my guess is that Ryan is probably violating that law as we speak.
Is it the clothes?
Yeah, so thou shalt not wear
it.
mixed fabrics, right? God also calls that an abomination. So, Ryan, my guess is that the shirt you're wearing right now is violating God's law.
Yeah. Matt, see, that's why I wear nothing but silk. Like, I wear silk pants, silk
All
shirts
silk,
all
right?
day.
Yeah.
All silk.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess if we're going to use that verse to justify, erasing trans identity in school, then we also have to get rid of every single person wearing any type of clothes that has mixed fabric too, right? In school. So we have to use that verse too.
Yep.
Just saying, you have to be consistent.
I've been taught that God teaches us to raise our kids in his image. And in his image, refer back to Genesis. God made Adam for Eve. Oh, Eve for Adam. Sorry, I said that backwards. I'm a little nervous. God made Eve for Adam, and they were joined in mother. Hence why we have, you leave your father and your mother and you cleave to whom?
And that has to do with trans identity. How?
Wow.
Like, I don't know what that point was going to be making. No one here is denying that, males and females exist. Like, we're not denying
What's the definition of a woman?
Yeah, so an adult human person that's committed towards the social and cultural norms that are typically associated with the female sex. That's the
What is the
prescription that we're using as a
definition of a
prescription of
woman?
identity. That's the
He
typical
literally
definition
just
that we're
gave it to
using.
you.
Can I ask you a question? What is the definition of
Female.
a man?
The definition of woman
no.
is female.
No, what is the definition of a man?
What?
Male.
So God the Father is not a man.
God made both of us in our image. That could
Wait, no,
that could
you-
be
so-
very broad.
wait,
He
is
made
God- wait, is
he
God
made
the
that
Father
very
male?
broad.
Is God
He
the
made
Father?
us-
Answer this question. Is God the Father
He
male?
made us in his image.
Answer
huh?
this question. Is God the Father male?
He is. I am. He is Yahweh. He never
is he
describes
male?
himself as a sex.
Is he
He
male?
came to earth as
No, prior to
as
incarnation.
Jesus,
Prior to incarnation, that's the Son.
The life.
He
The
can't
life
answer this
and
question. Oh my God,
body
you're
of
trying to-
Christ, yes, he's male.
Ryan,
Christ is
I know,
male.
listen, hey, I know you're trying to preach, but answer the question directly. Is God the Father a man?
He's a
When's the
being.
last time you checked God's meat? Answer
God
the
the
question.
Father has no X and Y chromosomes. He doesn't have small gametes. He doesn't have a dick. He has nothing. He has no biological sex characteristics. Not a single
Exactly.
one. Okay, so you could not associate him with the male sex or the female sex.
I can
Or
closer
being
correlate
intersex,
him
because
to the
he doesn't
male
have
sex
any sex.
because Jesus was God in human form, so
No,
male.
listen. I'm talking prior to incarnation. God the Father was referred to as a he.
But incarnation is the truth of the Bible. Am
Hey,
I
man,
wrong?
you understand that you're not addressing what I'm talking about. God the Father.
Is
not God
incarnation the truth of the Bible? Yes or no?
No.
How?
I'm sorry.
Because
That is
the
an
Bible book
irrelevant
isn't
question that
real.
you're not letting me address what I have to say. Can I
It's not
please-
irrelevant. You're
Can I
wanting
please
me to
finish what I'm
explain
saying?
myself,
Hey,
so give me the
Hey,
relevancy. It is absolutely irrelevant.
Ryan, hey,
Absolutely relevant.
hey, Ryan, shushies. You have big feelings right now, but the host is speaking. You can't just get loud because you got big feelings. Bring it down. Let Parker get his point across.
No, he gets on people about changing topics.
Ryan, shushies. Parker, sorry, go ahead.
Hey, Ryan, man, what were we talking about?
Is Jesus being on earth not a sign that God is male? Because Jesus came to earth, which was God incarnate on earth, and it states so in the Bible. So is God not a male?
Do you believe in the Trinity?
Yes, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Okay, so the
Father.
so can I talk
Father,
about
male.
So can we talk about the Father for right now? Not the Son. Can we talk about the Father for a second?
Absolutely.
Okay. God the Father. Does he have any biological sex characteristics?
It's never stated. Nobody's ever seen the physical appearance of
So
God
no.
other than
So
through
the answer is
burning
no.
books.
So the answer is no.
No,
There's
the
no
Bible
biological
doesn't describe God, but the signs are there that
So
the
God
Father,
the Father. So God the
is your father a woman?
Can I finish my point?
Is your father
No.
a woman?
No. Ryan.
Thank you.
Ryan. You gotta bring it down, bub. You're not making Christians look good right now. Remember, you said you're a Christian.
I am a Christian, and I'm
Okay, then
standing up
show
for
it.
truth. That is
You're
making
not.
Christianity
Show
look good.
you're being really emotional right now.
It's truth.
Show it. Listen, I believe in you. I believe in you, Ryan. You can do this. You can debate Parker. You can take him. But you gotta stop. Let him get his point across.
Okay, so God the Father doesn't have any biological sex characteristics. No chromosomes, no gametes, no genitalia, no biological sex characteristics in general. Okay? If he doesn't have any biological sex characteristics, then your prescription of gender isn't solely biological because you're using he, him pronouns to refer to God. You're calling him a father, right? And it is the case he doesn't have any of those biological sex characteristics. So you're at least acknowledging the idea that gender isn't always biological.
No, I am absolutely addressing that gender is biological because then again, through Jesus being incarnate, God on earth through the Son, male, and everybody cannot deny that Jesus was a male.
Jesus was a communist.
Ryan, is God the Father or even God the Son prior to incarnation biological?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Was God the Father or even God the Son prior to prior to Jesus coming down, was he biological in like some way?
Through Eve's ancestry, God created Adam.
No.
God
Prior to
created
incarnation,
Adam.
so just God.
Is God directly related to Jesus? Is that what you're asking me?
No, I'm asking if he has biological characteristics prior to the incarnation.
When's the last time you checked God's meat?
Biological characteristics, anger. Is that not a human characteristic?
Wait,
emotion is a human characteristic?
What?
Yes, emotion is 100% a human characteristic.
Wait, you're saying anger is biological? Did you just say anger is biological?
I can't tell if you're talking about the human as a whole or
no, but did you just say anger is biological? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a chemical reaction, but it's not like what do you?
Okay, so if somebody's parents has been diagnosed as being bipolar, you're telling me that that's not hereditary because that's biological.
That's not what I'm asking you. That's not what we are asking you. I'm asking you prior to God coming down as Jesus, prior to God the Son coming down. Okay, when he is still the Logos, when he is still up in the up in the sky, is he biological in any way? Does he have chromosomes? Does he have male gonads? All those things. Does he have those things? Yes or no?
nobody has ever seen God the Father except for when.
Then why do you keep calling him a father if you don't know?
Because through history, it's shown us that father
What
is
history?
male.
You just
Is
said
your-
no one
is
has
your
ever
father
saw
a
him.
male? This goes
You
right back.
just
we can
said
go
no one has
right
ever
back in
saw him.
circles to, is your father a male?
No,
Or
you
is your
said no
father
one
a
has
female?
ever. You said no one has ever seen him, so you don't know for sure. But for some reason, you're super confident and respecting God the Father's pronouns. But for some reason, trans people make you uncomfortable. That's weird. You're being weird. Hey, I got one last question for you. Why was God a freak?
Huh?
Think about it. God made Adam and Eve naked, right? And then got mad when they tried to put clothes on. Why did God want them walking around naked? What was that about? God was a freak.
It wasn't about being naked. It was about shame.
It was about being naked. I don't know. The point that
Do
I'm
you
trying
not
to get
feel?
across,
Do you
though,
not feel
is that
shame when you go out into public being naked?
no, you can't shame me. But the point that I'm really trying to get
So if you
across
go
is
out
just
into
the
public,
point that I'm really just trying to
undress
get across
yourself,
is
you
that
will have
Ryan, like
absolutely
your
no shame.
whole idea and principle of Christianity, the reason why like organized religion is so harmful is because you all use religion as a sword instead of a shield. You don't live by the teachings of the Bible. You don't live by the teachings of the religion. You use that to weaponize, to harm people, marginalize people. You're
So,
coming up here and you're
well, no,
targeting,
you're weaponizing
targeting
this truth.
Ryan, you're targeting less than 1% of the US population because you've been propagandized. Transgender people, you probably don't even know a transgender person. Transgender people aren't out to get you. They're not the boogeyman. They're not scary. You just don't know the people. But you're for some reason trying to vilify them because you're using your religion. Ryan, hey, Rye guy, you're using your religion as a sword. It should be a shield to protect the least of us. Stop it. You stop doing that. Be better.
I am using it to protect. But the thing is, you know, there are certain principles that I've been taught through Christianity that I want, that it is our duty and responsibility. I'm a parent, all right? I have to protect my young mind.
So am I.
I have to protect my young mind. It would hurt me, and who knows what the long-term side effects are of
Quick question, Ryan.
transition. So say that even if say my son, say my son, say
what do you mean the long-term negative impact? There's positive
also,
impacts
Ryan,
in the long run that's determined by doctors, not by you.
Also, Ryan, really quick, who do you find more attractive on this panel? Me, Parker, or Matt? Which one?
What?
Which one of us do you find more attractive? Me, Parker, or Matt? Which one?
None of you guys are women.
Okay, wait, so are you telling us that you don't find any of us attractive? Is there anything that I could do to convince you to find myself, Parker, or Matt attractive?
Oh, y'all both ugly.
Sure, but is there anything that I could do to convince you to find us attractive?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, so if we can't convince you,
that
to actually change your sexuality, why do you think it's anyone else's perception of how their sexuality is, and then even more so the incongruency that they may or may not have in their body when it comes to transgender people or whatever? Like, none of this makes sense. You are trying to establish some type of boundaries that you've put on other people in your head when literally it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. Again, stop it. You stop doing that.
I have absolutely no boundaries when it comes to loving people.
What?
What are you talking about? That's not a boundary. I can go up to somebody that I know who is trans, like, you know, hey, you're still a good friend of mine. I was taught that that's not okay. Bible says not to hate you. You're still my friend.
But you do see that the difference is, right, Ryan, that you're not just saying that you disagree with them. You're saying that I want to restrict their activities in society. You can't love someone and say that you accept them while at the same time trying to restrict them from the very things that everyone else can do. That's not love. That's not acceptance. I don't buy this argument.
Even.
What?
No, yet again, like I said, I was taught that was wrong. That doesn't mean I hate somebody.
No, Ryan.
I don't believe that it should be in the schools where people are going to learn.
Again, when we're talking about this, you saying it's okay to be trans, right? Is not something that's harmful. That's good. That's good. It's important.
I'm
to
saying
have that.
I know what the Bible says about it.
The Bible does not even say that it's wrong. And again, you don't accept you don't accept Deuteronomy. You're wearing multiple fabrics right now.
We're all sinners.
You better go get them silk
We're
pajamas
all
on.
sinners.
So then why is it the case that
But
you
why
wait,
is
so,
it okay?
Wait, so
that
are you
they
going to
can
allow
have these
are you going to allow
ideologies
teachers to
because
wear
it's
multiple
true?
fabrics? Are you going to allow teachers to wear multiple fabrics?
They can sing however they choose. I mean,
are you going to allow
we're all
children to wear?
sinners.
Are you going to allow children to wear multiple fabrics? Are you going to say it's okay for people to say in school systems that it's okay to wear multiple fabrics?
Okay.
Is that
Do
okay
you
to be
want-
said in school systems? That it's okay to
Would
wear
you-
multiple fabrics?
Would you want your child to transition?
Can you answer that question? Can you answer that question?
Would you want your child to transition?
It's not about what I want. I have no issue with my child specifically being trans. I think I would be accepting with my child being trans. I think you should be accepting as a parent of your child.
And I
being
was
trans.
just wait, hold on, Ryan. Let me say this as a father, that was like a really disgusting question because
seriously, you don't
as someone
choose.
who has kids, like you love your kids no matter what.
Exactly.
Right? I mean, you protect your kids, you want the best for them, and if they say that they feel like they have a incongruency in themselves, then we are supposed to protect them and trust them and help them. You sitting here saying, would you want your child to transition? Like, what kind of fucked up question is that? I would want my child to be who they are and feel loved and protected and supported by their dad.
But
So what are you talking about?
Would you want that to be influenced by other people? Is what I'm asking.
That wouldn't be.
Because
How is that
doesn't
possible?
work that way.
If it's going on at
How is that
schools,
possible?
There are two kinds of
Wait,
people in this world.
I'm sorry. Do you think
Leaders.
wait, I'm
and
sorry.
Followers.
I have a question. Do you think that you could have been influenced to be trans as a kid?
I don't know. It wasn't
You
really.
already said you wouldn't find us attractive.
Wait,
like, what are we doing?
Let's talk about it in this way. Like, you know,
The reason that I don't know
you
is
know
because,
that you
like
know
I
that it's
said,
not
it wasn't-
possible. Listen,
it was
listen,
never
listen,
around. It was.
listen,
It wasn't really in the
listen,
picture.
Listen, you know that it's not possible for you to have been influenced. to be
But I
trans.
knew that I wasn't gay. If that's what you're going at.
No, we're not talking
Like
about
I
sexual.
said,
We're not
the
talking about
trans-
sexuality.
the same.
Hold up.
Stuff
That's not
really
the
wasn't
same.
around when I was in school.
That's not the same. That's not the same. He was trying to give it to you on a basic level. And yes, it was. How old are you, Ryan? Really quick.
26.
26.
It wasn't around when I
Hey,
was in
maybe you should go back and
It wasn't
maybe you should
around when I was in grade school.
Ryan, maybe you should go back and watch MASH. Anyway, Parker was talking. Please stop and let Parker speak.
Do you really believe that you could have been influenced to be trans as a kid?
I can't say because, like I said, it wasn't around in my youth, in my early childhood development
Trans
stages.
people existed. Trans people existed. You know that, right?
They existed, but they weren't around.
They
They
just
weren't
didn't come out
around
to you.
me personally. You know, like me and a trans person.
Because
may
you
have
don't know
crossed
transgender
paths,
people.
may have crossed paths,
So
but
just because
never like never a
because you-
student in my class.
Okay. So again, let's address this then. And then, like, again, in terms of this, in terms of there being trans kids, right? You have to acknowledge that it is not because of society that they are trans, because society stigmatizes being trans. Okay. It is literally not. This is just about accepting kids that are already trans. It's not about causing children to be trans. Like, you're being ridiculous. If you actually think that school systems are causing kids to be trans, then like I genuinely don't know how to even get to you, mentally speaking, because like that's obviously not happening.
Also, can I just point out the fact that school systems can't even get kids to actually read or learn, but you think that they're going to convince them to actually change their gender identity? Like they can't even get them to do the other shit they want them to do, but you think they're going to convince them to change their gender identity or their sexuality? Like, what the fuck are we even talking about, Ryan? Like think about it. How stubborn is a 2-year-old? You're telling me that people are going to be able to convince them? Like, stop it. Fucking stop it, Ryan.
Well, like I said, you're asking me what I believe in, and that's Christianity, and I raised my family as Christians, and I just don't want those ideals pushed. Separate them from what I've known to be evil in God's eyes. Keep them protected from that.
Are you saying your thoughts are God's thoughts?
I
Do you
said
have the
the
same?
Holy,
No.
the same
Answer
Holy
the question.
Spirit
Answer
that
the
lives
question.
in
Ryan.
God lives in
Ryan,
me.
are your
Yes.
thoughts God thoughts?
God put thoughts into many people.
No. Are your thoughts
Through
God's
dreams
thoughts?
and huh?
Because I could have sworn in the Bible book
I
it says
have my own
I
free
could
will.
Ryan, I could have sworn in the Bible
Yes, I
book
have
it
my own
says
free
God's
will.
thoughts are not your thoughts. Right? It even says that in the Bible book. So stop pretending as if you know that God doesn't approve of transgender people. Hey, if God made everything, if you actually believe that God made the heavens and the earths and it made the slugs and it made my pistachio nuts that I eat, like if God made all this stuff, then God made transgender people. And so you have to either wait. You have to either admit
children, right?
have to either admit that God is not perfect because God messed up when God made transgender people, or
No,
you
God
have to admit,
messed up
okay,
when
exactly.
God never messed up.
Or Ryan, you have to
Eve
admit
was
that either
deceived and ate of the tree.
Ryan, you have to admit one of the two. Either God messed up when God made transgender people, or God intentionally made transgender people, and that was the point. Which one? Was your God wrong, or do transgender people belong here just like everyone else? You got to come back into the app, Ryan.
We'll give him a second. In the meantime, if you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. If you're on TikTok, do tap that screen. Let me say thank you to a few people. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Selena, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $3. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. W's for Selena in the comment section right now. Thank you so much. Michael, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much, Michael. Can we get some W's for Michael in the comment section right now? Thank you so much, Michael. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. Wendy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Wendy said, let me read. My daughter is in more danger with a trans father because of people like you, and with the mindset that you are raising your children. I have to protect my child from you and your child. F this guy. I'm 37 and they were around. That's what they said. Thank you so much, Wendy. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Lacey, thank you so much for the $2. Jeffrey, thank you so much for the $10. Flower Garden, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $20. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Alex, thank you so much for the $7. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Nat, thank you for the $5. Kaylee, thank you so much for the $1. Samantha, thank you for the $9. Cecilia, thank you so much for the $8. Thank you. Let me catch up on YouTube as well. I think they left, by the way.
Oh yeah, he took off running. He didn't want to answer the question, Parker. He did not want to pick.
Toads, thank you so much for the $2. Grateful, thank you so much for the $7. Matt with the $5. Carolina, thank you so much for the $5. Jeannie, thank you so much. Really appreciate the $5. Coffee, thank you for the $5. DRG, thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2. Be kind, thank you for the $2. Phoenix, thank you for the $2. Rachel with the $5. Good to see you. Plants, thank you for the $10. Senseless Gamer, thank you for the $2. Thank you. I think I'm fully caught up. If I missed anyone's donation, I really apologize. Thank you everyone for coming on today. Thank you so much. If you're on YouTube, hit that thumbs up. I would seriously really appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up. Oh, it lagged for a second.
Oh, it glitched for half a second.
Yes.
Can I say a couple quick thank yous?
Oh yeah, go for it.
Thank you to Lindsay. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna have to check that out. Isaiah 56:4-5. I'll look at that. Kayleen, thank you so much for the 2. I appreciate you. Haley, thank you so much for the 5. Yes, I would like to know when's the last time they checked God's meat. Jared, thank you for the 15 shushies. I stole that from someone. Not gonna hold you. Catherine, thank you so much for the 26. Thank you so much. You are fucking awesome. Megan, thank you so much for the 20. For shutting down Ryan. Absolutely. John, thank you for the 5. You rock. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. And also, I missed this one. Tara Bell, thank you so much for the 15. You said, as a mom of a trans child, put him in his place. Listen, you know what I was gonna do. Like they're weird and they don't actually have basis of what they're talking about. Tracy, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I think it's pronounced Dos Soto, thank you so much for the 5. Yes, I'm gonna use that to buy more silk pajamas. Fallen. Thank you for the 2. Angie, thank you for the $25 super chat. You're fucking awesome. And the other disgusted veteran, thank you so much for the 5. I really, really appreciate you so much. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you all.
All right, everyone. I am going to be getting off for tonight. Thank you, everyone, for coming through. I really do appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. Are you about to go live?
Plug?
Go for it.
No. Well, we have our live later. Hey guys, just real quick. If you're not following me, give me a follow. We have been doing a 3-night all-star panel discussion around toxic masculinity and male fragility. Parker was so kind to kick us off on Monday. We had our panel discussion Monday night. We had our panel discussion last night, and tonight is the last nights of Late Nights with Santana, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. The third night, we will have a bunch of creators coming through, some of your favorite creators coming to join the conversation. And this is the opportunity for you to join the panel and join the conversation. Any and everyone can join the conversation. You just have to get in a request, and we'll try to cycle you in and out as much as possible. The conversation tonight is really going to center around how do we get those people that need help, and how do we engage with people who are a part of like Red Pill Society and that really engage in toxic masculinity. Also, for these 3 nights, we have been raising money for 2 wonderful charities. We're raising money for Movember, which they deal with men's mental health. And we're also raising money for RAIN, which RAIN is for survivors of DV. So all the money that we collect during these 3 nights, it's all going to be donated to those 2 different causes. And of course, we're going to post receipts because, you know, I don't believe in community gardens or buses or anything like that. So I want to make sure you guys know where the money's going. So if you can come by, please, even if you can donate, that would be awesome. But if not, if you can come by and just learn. We also have resources as well. We've been giving out different hotlines like the crisis hotline 988. And if you're a veteran, you can dial option number 1. We're giving out information about the National Domestic Violence Hotline. We're giving out RAIN.org has like a chat function. And then also the Trevor Project for people within the queer community. If you go to the Trevor Project, they have like a list of different ways that you can get in contact with them. So not only are we talking about toxic masculinity and male fragility, we're giving out resources. We're talking about how we can address that and be better. And we're also raising money for an amazing cause. So guys, if you have an opportunity, join us tonight. Thank you, Parker.
Thank you. Have a fantastic night.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, Matt.
Everyone. See you, Matt. Good night, everyone. I love
you teach, those people you're not going to reach, you know?